Welcome to another episode of Around the Mage Table, the podcast for the rest of us. This is episode 62, and I'm joined by the crew. We'll start with saying hello to Lithian. How you doing, bud?
I'm just confused.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Well, a lot of confusing things to talk about today. I ask you, how you doing?
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'm back in the normal spot.
Back in the normal spot, and we're also a day late because of you. So I hope it was well worth the time that you invested in rebuilding your computer.
Shout out to Dave.
No, not shout out to Dave.
Inside
Fuck
jokes,
Dave.
always a good
Dave.
start.
Drag
F
Dave.
Dave.
Scrap, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, cool.
Chilling.
All right. Well, I got some show notes here real quick, and I wanted to start off with a quick topic. So I see, Io, you are going to be participating in No Shave November, Lithian, No Nut November, and Scrap, No Wow November. Is that right?
No wow November. Yeah, the season's kind of dead anyway, and I need to get my life together. So we're doing a little no wow November. I'll let you know how long I last.
2 days.
But
2
I told
days.
everybody, I said nobody better try to tempt me to do any keys or anything fun because I'm not fucking doing it. I'm doing no wow November. I'm coming
You
back
want to do
for
hard mode
housing.
later?
Fuck. It's still
it's
October.
not, it's still October.
Yeah, it's still October. It's fine.
Still October.
So what's the punishment if you do play well?
Oh, I might play WoW. I'm just gonna try not to.
To post your feet on the internet.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm
Folks-
just, it's, you know.
Folks at home, we are going to keep a calendar. It's going to be like an advent calendar where I'm going to open the door and get chocolate every time Scrap logs in the WoW for the day.
I was thinking I might do my vault just one key
Oh
a
my
week.
God.
I'm already softening on it like a little bit, but
Wow.
I'm gonna
You know
really
that-
try.
There's the episode
didn't
of
try?
Seinfeld where they have the
Right.
contest. We should do
Yes,
that for a while
yes, yes.
sometime.
Yes,
Dude, I would have
yes.
no problem, man.
I know. I need
Yeah.
to take this month where she doesn't play to try to leapfrog her in the.
Oh, can we do a wheel
contest.
update? We haven't done a wheel update in 100 years.
Oh god. I
And
haven't-
It's not gonna. My wheel is not gonna change for a month, so it's a good time to update.
All right, I'll do a very quick one. Very quick one. Oh,
Quick
why
one.
isn't this working? What the? I literally tested this before we started. What? Give me 1 second, everyone. I'm
What?
sorry.
What are you testing?
The
I
Chrome
don't
page
know.
disappeared. There we go. All right. Wheel update. So I guess the best way to do it is to do the leaderboard, right? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
So I've been
There
trying to
we are.
catch up. You did some serious work this week, or last week, I should say.
Yeah, I
right?
want to get 3,400 before No Wow November, but life has smacked me in the face, and now I really only have tomorrow, and I might not even log on tomorrow. So we'll see if it happens. or not.
And we had the dinar / uncapped.
Oh yeah, I maxed out my guy. I'm
yeah.
726
Yeah,
maxed.
I want to say that's not very good because I think I'm 728.
Yeah, I have some pants curse
that's
where I
right.
have some heroic tier
Pants
pieces I
curse.
can't
This
like
not-
craft.
There we go. Yeah, so I'm 728. Where's the big
726
big
is not
stick?
bad.
Oh,
722. I don't think
He's
he's pushed
722.
You're
you're
and
only
he's still.
716.
Stick
Yeah.
past you for like a minute.
Look. I've had some life things come up. I haven't really had
Oh, yeah,
time
you
to.
have. I thought you were
focus in
stealing
on
my
this.
line, but yeah.
No, I'm not stealing your line.
I'm kind of stealing your life stuff, Thunder.
Yeah.
It's all about me now.
I tell you.
Is this
been
accurate?
rough.
Lithian?
Look at hair. Yep. Yep. Good update. Just the update is that I'm trying to get a really good lead before I don't play WoW for a month. So let's see.
You're
if the
not gonna
boys can
not
catch
play
up.
WoW. That doesn't work. You're
So-
not gonna not play
I'm-
WoW
I'm
for.
gonna try.
You
I don't
finally
think
got
that's
your
gonna
15
happen.
though. Look at that.
I had 4 16s done before I got 15 Floodgate. Floodgate is so brutal, man. It's so stupid.
God.
Yeah, I got
Uh,
resilient. 15
so you got
finally.
Echo Dome, Dawn, Streets. No, sorry, not Streets. Gambit.
I did have streets.
Oh, you did Streets. And
Yeah.
so you got 5 out of 8. That's not bad.
I
I
did
don't
all the easy
remember.
ones.
I don't remember fixing that. By the way. Oh well. Whatever. If
Nice
it works.
fix
It
it,
works.
Well, this
Have you
is
ever done updating
recent
the wheel or
completed
no
run,
more?
so wouldn't this be accurate?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
Scrap. Tell me.
Lots to talk about. A lot of little things. Some big things, right? I was gonna try to do the what do you call it? Report
don't
card
know.
for the War Within. But I feel like we've got enough to talk about. Even if we don't have a 2.5 hour episode again, it'll be fun.
Also,
So,
we literally have 5 months to do a report card.
yeah, that's true.
Oh god.
No, we don't have 5 months because we actually have some news on that today. So we'll hold off on
Oh,
that because
okay.
we got some quick fire news. We'll start with there's another player housing test. If you missed the last one because it was all over the
Ooh.
place, They are running it from today till tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow, because it was literally like Thursday to Friday. It'd be really weird if they like ended it Friday morning. They gave you one night. But they really wanted to test the guild housing stuff, which I thought maybe we could try, but I think we're gonna run out of time before we get the chance. But that I just wanted to give that kind of PSA. If you're watching this on Friday morning, please go ahead and try it if you haven't already, because it really was pretty awesome. They've made some changes. Lithian, you said you wanted to quickly cover some of the changes they made to the housing's ecosystem. Remember what they are?
No.
In our chat, you
That
said,
was- that was
can we talk
yesterday."
about player housing? I want to talk about
That was-
A and B.
That was yesterday. Hold on.
I
Hold on, I wrote it
well,
down.
so I know that they made, like, for example, there were some things that had to be done through the war fronts that everyone was like losing their mind because you can't solo queue for war fronts. They made the cost significantly less. They significantly increased the starting and ramping, what do they call it?
Oh, no.
Resources
I remember.
and room counts. What else?
The default permissions are set so that I can walk on your lawn, but I can't go in your house. And
Which,
I like
yeah,
that.
when we were playing, we were kicked out of
Yeah.
every single lawn. Yeah.
The lawns
Yeah.
was so annoying because you could even like
Yeah.
fly close to them and check them out. So
And then the most important thing is vendor purchased common decor is automatically learned. So, that's a nice
So no clicking 1 million things in your bag over
Yeah.
and over again.
well, you buy 100 chairs, you got to click 100 things. It's dumb. Like that's the dumbest thing.
Don't you click in 100 times when you buy 100 chairs?
I don't know. I'm just telling you, if they
No.
save me a click, I'm happy. That's
Right
all
click
I'm happy
Or
about.
shift left click it and pick 100.
Oh, I didn't know you could buy
Yeah.
like 100.
I think,
of a
Lithian,
thing.
you're
The
glossing
budget
over the most...
stuff-
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you're glossing over actually the more important thing that was announced through Icy Veins. And by the way, I want to be clear. I hate using Icy Veins because they use articles that like are so not only clickbaity. Like, for example, they had here's a quick tip to level to 80 in 1 hour with Legion Remix, and you open the article and it says, well, first thing you need to do is get the 400% leveling buff on your main Remix character. Which, by the way, I've been playing a lot, and I'm only at like 120% leveling. That's not a quick way to get an hour leveling. Just
Frank,
level.
I don't know if the hill you should die on is like no clickbait, because we've had like 3 Frank is quitting the podcast titles.
We've had
that's,
one.
that's all we do
We've
is
had
clickbait,
one.
right?
Anyways, so
Okay.
Icy Veins had this article that I thought was great. Housing wars begins. Player plants a tree in the neighbor's plot. Retribution follows, and apparently just kept ramping up. So apparently there's
Oh
a
my
bug.
God.
I don't know if
No.
they fixed this. Where if you're,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if this is exactly how it works, but if you're in your plot of land, and you can do your planting, and you can see their land, you can just like mouse over to that area and start clicking. So
That's funny.
apparently
Nice.
people
Nice.
are. So I just want to let you know, Scrap, I'm going to be putting shit in your yard all the time. So
I will crash the fuck out. I'm not kidding.
another piece. Okay, so other news. This isn't necessarily news. It's the same old shit.
Oh, there's something
but
I did crash out about. The
I
title.
do want to say for a second, okay? We've said this a lot this week, that it feels like we're kind of being like listened in on, because, for example, someone brought up the fact that they're saying the juice isn't worth the squeeze on other podcasts. We've made fun of the fact that I've said that too much.
Yeah.
There was something else I can't remember off the top of my head, but this is the week. This is the title of this week's Wowhead update. Not the year of the spear, right? I thought strange, and then I went and read it, and they call out specifically survival, affliction, which is my wheel character, and enhancement, which is your wheel character, are not performing among others. And then I look at it, like enhancement
They're not even
is
the
third
bottom.
from the bottom. Why are we? Oh, sorry, you guys can't see this on the screen, but it's like, why did they specifically call out those? And
They're
I'm
trying to
feeling-
make us crazy.
I
think it was the
look. There's conspiracies I think that are completely insane.
Well, the fact that it's called not Year of the Spear and survival's in like the top of the bottom third. It's not even like the lowest. Like
Yeah.
look, it's
You're like
I
right here.
mean,
it's like in the, that's
I
higher
missed
than
There's
survival.
1, 2, 3. There's
normally
6
is.
classes below you.
And they fucking
2
titled
of which
it
are
not-
warlock.
Dude, I
mean,
literally saw
nobody-
this. I was
Dude,
like,
that
I
combo's
felt
in shambles.
actually I felt actually targeted, like insulted, like I might put in a complaint because like how dare they say it's not Year of the Spear? It is the Year of the Spear.
No,
I'm
so
sorry,
look,
you can't change
between
that.
between enhancement 3,000,
Yep.
affliction 1,800, and survival 1,700 combined doesn't even count for Frost Mage, which is down here with us, who are more. And Io, you're one of the people playing it, right? And they specifically called out those 3 specs. Strange.
Yep.
Strange.
It is strange.
So we are now opening an official inquiry to this conspiracy theory. I just wanted to call it out. I'm sorry, y'all. It just completely caught us off by guard.
You guys know I didn't invent Year of the Spear, right? That's like a survival
I know. But you've speaking of thumbnails, we've literally had a thumbnail that said Year of the Spear or the Spear is back or whatever. Right?
Yeah, I'm either Year of the Spear or like I'm quitting WoW. Like it's one or the other.
no WoW November.
No, getting out of this is we should call this video Frank declares war on Icy Veins and Wowhead.
That's a pretty good one.
All right, other news, again, small news, but I thought it was funny. So they had to disable Legion Remix's character conversion because apparently you can solo the Mythic Dimensius fight if you were to transfer over a high powered Legion Remix character. I've watched a couple videos on it and they like kill it within like 3 minutes. So I just want to say, Lithian, I'm sorry, we unfortunately missed our chance. You were way ahead of me on Legion Remix anyways, but yeah, so funny thing, don't be surprised if that you can't convert it.
Only the Mythic one?
That now I can't solo Mythic.
Wait, you can convert your remix characters over right
away, yeah.
Oh, and they're 740?
No,
but like there's a bug that they're bringing over their artifact power
bonuses?
Or whatever it was.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say that's bullshit that I can't get 740.
I kind of wish we had reacted to this quicker though, because imagine if you and I, Lithian, had gotten the mount.
But how do you get to it? Like you probably can't solo everything, can you?
What? Why wouldn't you be able to?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought there was a bug.
The guy that in the video that I watched, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but someone on Reddit pointed it out. The guy who did it, he had 120 million health, which Lithian, I think last time I saw you had like 100 million. Is that right?
Yeah, I got over 100 million.
So Dimensius's like one shots weren't even like taking him for 10% of his health.
Nice.
Right. So yeah, it's insane. Obviously they're fixing it. I wouldn't be surprised if they rolled back whoever was abusing it, maybe even banning them. But
I think banning them would not be sportsmanlike, but I've always
just found a bug.
You know that
it's in the game.
that's their terms of services. If you find a bug and you abuse it knowingly, which obviously
how do I know it's a bug? How do I know it's not?
Because they went into a mythic raid with like 3 people. It's like that's not how that works.
My fault. There's no sign on it that says. Yeah, there's no sign on it that says "Do not solo. You will be banned." Don't even try it. Like
do you want them to put like a warning up every time you log in? It's like, do not do these things.
All I'm saying is I stand with the people. Let the guy keep his mouth.
Scrap.
The guy said, "Hold my beer," and then soloed the mythic raid and didn't report the bug. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did report the bug. Yeah, maybe he did. He was like, "Hey guys, by the way, this is a problem.
Blizzard fix the game."
Let me come to a middling stance. If he reports the bug, he should be able to keep his mouth. How about that?
It's his consolation prize.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
All right, I won't be.
Maybe he didn't even know it was a bug. Maybe he went in there and was like, I wonder if I could solo this, and he just like happened to. He didn't even realize.
Him and his 2 friends.
Seeing how in like 2 or 3 years you're going to be able to solo the raid anyways, and possibly get them out, you might as well just let him keep it. Who cares?
Well, hold on. Huge difference though, because it's a guaranteed drop for him.
Allegedly. Yep.
Okay.
It's a cool mount though. I saw it in a the other day. I was like, whoa.
We had a wonderful. So last night we were supposed to record the podcast. IO was busy, so unfortunately we couldn't get to it in a reasonable amount of time without keeping me and Lithian up till past bedtime. But we did get a chance to say hi to our old friend Technique. And I wanted to call out something I saw. We did see this a little bit, and I think we even made fun of it the other day. But apparently they're adding a new high definition version of the Amani Battle Bear for the Zolomon zone. And it's not going to be gated like it was for quote unquote hard mode of Zolomon. And I just wanted to see what you guys thought Technique might feel about this bear being added as even better version.
I'm getting it for one reason.
Technique.
You'll never guess why. Yeah. It's the only reason. It's the only reason
I know when we brought it up before, he's like, well, as long as they can't get the one I don't have. I'm trying to do my best Technique voice, but
Yeah,
But,
no, it's not.
it's
That's
just,
not quite.
Wiki?
it's
What are
funny.
you talking about? That's my
Yeah.
That is it was always something of his where he would be like, man, they better never give anyone the Amani Warbear. I worked hard to get that. So it's just funny to see this be something that they
Specifically the War Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really
So-
leaning into it, though. It's great.
I
Yep.
wish they would do one. See how it doesn't have like eyes. I wish they'd do like an Illidan version of it with like a blindfold. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know,
I
they've done
was
that in the
expecting it
past
to
where
be
they,
split.
well, they've done it in the past where they'll have like a themed, like a, you know, let's say with Midnight, they bring out more fell stuff and more,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, but as of now, nope. Technique's
It looks
just getting
great,
dunked on.
honestly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get it just so I can, if
High
he ever
def.
plays again. He said he downloaded WoW
So,
again, so maybe we'll have him back
all
as
the-
for an episode.
Mhm.
all
He
the
said he uninstalled
upscales-
it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Sorry, Ayo.
No, I was just gonna say like they upscaled like the Paladin mounts. They're upscaling this. All like the upscale mounts look really good that they've done so far.
Yeah.
This isn't upscale. This is a completely new.
Well, yeah, but it's
model.
it's like a
They said it's
newer
high.
look.
It's HD.
Yeah.
Didn't
but
they
it's
say
clearly,
HD?
it's clearly a new model. Like
Well,
same
it's like,
animation.
sorry,
but-
I'm gonna pull up Megaset here because she's been like nonstop posting about the
Posting
cow
about the
model.
cows. Yeah.
Oh, the cows are
Uh,
so good. I love
She's
the cows.
milking
She's like,
it.
like,
It's
look,
utterly
she's just,
ridiculous.
just nonstop cow stuff.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
I
not
love the
good.
different colors. I really hope you can tame a cow because you can't right now.
By the way, there was a bug where Mistweavers would just like be like this on.
T-pose.
Yeah. If there's a cow coming up, there it is. The cow's coming out. All right.
Oh, cute.
So anyway, HD updates on the cows as well.
Yeah, they look great.
God.
All right, let's keep this thing moving. We have a new title that was data mined on the alpha. It is much like, and I don't remember this title and how it worked exactly, but it was much like in Mist of Pandaria, where if you were someone who attained the best time on a time running dungeon, whatever they called it,
Ooh.
was it time running? What did they? The challenge mode, right? You got a title. And I'm curious to see how this works. I don't know if you guys have any insight, but I'll show you how it works in the new alpha. So if you were to time, like I say, the first 24 or the first whatever 15 of a dungeon, you would get a title. We don't know what it is right now, and may not even have a title. You might just get the achievement.
Is this by the end of the season? Whoever has the best time?
No, I don't
Oh.
think so because I don't. And again, hopefully someone in our comments can correct me if I'm wrong. But the way I pulled up the Mistweaver or Mistwalker talent, and it appeared that it would be that like if you timed the best time at any given point, you would get the achievement. Even if someone else beat that time later, you would still hold the achievement.
So you just
If
do
you
it
get the
right
first
away.
+2, if you can get the first
Yeah.
+2 of a key in your region,
I'm sure they will have some sort of, like bar to clear first.
Yeah.
But we'll actually get to that later in the day with our question of the week. But each one has its own too. So like instead of just like being one of the people to ever time the best time, you have to individually earn each one. I don't know if they'll each have their own title. Again, we don't know. It's kind of just data mine.
I
But
feel
thought it
like
was
it's
interesting.
got to be the same title because it's like I'm not. If somebody has like the Skyreach specific one where it's like Skyreacher or something, I'm not gonna be like, oh, that guy did it. Like that's so cool. It has to be like some iconic title that's universal. I think
Yeah,
like
and
that. I can
again,
see it. I'd be like, whoa.
It's and this
know?
might just be a type that like they didn't put the tooltip in correctly, but it doesn't say at the end of the season, so it could be something that could be earned at any point. But I
What
thought
if it's at the end of the season? What if they're like 5 guys dominate all categories? Like they'd have all the titles between them. You know?
well,
that's probably what will end up happening. Yeah.
yeah.
well
that will
no
end up
because
happening.
what it might be is that let's say it's like starts at 15, right? Like the first
Mhm.
people to time the 15. There's a possibility that by the end of the season, like one team holds all 8 of these that are current.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But people have earned them along the way as well, right? So
If-
unless they're
they didn't
always
do the
first,
tooltip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have
Once,
any cool titles.
I think people get to that point where they're like 21s, 22s, they can't push it anymore. This will probably be what they start going for, just seeing how quickly
Well,
they can
okay.
get a time in a dungeon.
that was going to be my next question for y'all because when I first saw this, my initial thought was what they were doing is they were going to give a title to whoever at the end of the season had the best time, right?
Mm.
And it would be like a you were number one kind of title. And I was like,
Yeah.
will that really make people hungrier to push up higher? And I wanted
No,
to see
I
what you
like the
guys thought,
idea
so.
of like beating a time because like I watch a lot of speedrunning community videos and like GDQ and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, if you were a world record holder
At any
of
point.
like, I don't know, Mario 64 or something, that's still iconic that you were a world record holder.
Yeah.
Like you may not be the world record holder, but it's still like a small club of people who have held that record.
Shout out
So
to
I think this is
Sigmamic.
all right. Yeah. But literally, like, I think it's cool, especially as long as they don't like do it early. Like if they say, okay, the fastest time on like a 50 on a 20 or something like that, and then people can really like, I feel like this is engages kind of a speed running community where they're like, where can we shave off a second? Where can we do this? And I will watch like, if people are like, we're trying to shave off 1 second, we're doing speed strats. Like I will fucking watch that, dude. I love speed running.
Well,
So,
I mean, to your point about
cool.
like being a world record holder of Mario 64, for example, at some point in the past, you could easily lose that record once an exploit is found that wasn't there before.
Yeah,
right?
that's what.
And it shouldn't diminish your original world record just because someone found a bug.
Shout out Summoning Salt. If you guys like that kind of stuff, watch Summoning Salt. It's the best YouTube channel ever. He does documentaries on these, and what he does, he shows this graph over time, and it shows the record going lower and lower, and it end up being these really cool art pieces almost.
It's crazy how many minutes have been shaved off in just Mario 64 alone in the last 10 years. A game that's almost like 30 or 40 years old now. I don't even know anymore, but it's crazy.
Well, there's Summoning Salt.
30 years old almost.
One more shout out. Summoning Salt has a video that says it's called like it's called like the human limit. And it's like, because in Super Mario, it's like you can only beat it under certain times. There is a theoretical, this is as fast as humans can beat it. And it's like, and it's about all these speedrunners trying to achieve like human perfection. Like, and it's really cool video. And I just love speedrunning. I'm not gonna go. It's one of my special interests. We talked about the whale shark thing. Now we're talking about the speedrunning
too, actually. Yeah. I could talk about that for hours.
Okay, sick. Yeah, no, I love like watching GDQ and stuff. And every time I go to a convention, I try to find some speedrunning events.
It blows my mind that like some speedrunners at this point now can do it all blindfolded because they've just like memorized the motions.
I love that. Like blindfolded punch out. Somebody saw has a video on that one too. It's
well,
so
someone was
good.
doing Mario 64 blindfolded.
Yeah. No, I mean, these people. Yeah, these people are like athletes. They're like they have
like athletes.
They are.
I won't take away the athlete's point, but I will say that it's a very, 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 very niche athlete.
But like, let's say like an athlete who's a runner, he achieves like human perfection. Like he has honed his body to perfect this thing and be the best at like running that a human can be.
No, but
these guys are the best.
Running's too broad. It's like saying he's the best runner of the person who can run like 5th Street in New York City.
Well, okay,
and that's it.
No, but
you put him in Chicago, he's fucked.
No, but he does like a 30-yard dash. People doing the Olympics, he gets a gold medal or whatever. I mean, it's the same thing. These people are athletes that hone a skill and they put in hours of it. Dude, it's
I agree with that.
Like
it's incredible.
Like watching someone do like a Mario 64 and like messing up in the first like 10 minutes, so they reset for like an hour, and then they finally get the run and then they lose it like the last second, and then they go again. Like you need to have good mental for that.
The memorization, the RNG element of it, like even if you play perfectly, I love the long speed runs that are like 3 hours long, like Pokemon and stuff like that.
Forget WoW. Let's just
I'm sorry. Again, special interest time. Let's talk about speedrunning. But if you guys like speedrunning and you somehow don't know Summoning Salt, or you might have an interest in watching speedrunning and you're like, where do I start? Watch Summoning Salt. His videos are life-changing. They're so awesome.
Life-changing.
My lucky pet in WoW, my hunter pet is called Weather Tenko after the Choco Mountain video. The Weather Tenko is
I watched that one too.
It's my favorite one. I watch it all the time. Weather Tenko. That's the name of the technique to get the super like the sub 2 second run of Choco Mountain or whatever the fuck.
It's like bash against the wall to get behind the
It's so iconic, dude. And they thought, Frank, okay, last thing. They thought it wouldn't be possible. They thought somebody did the trick on a task. They thought it could not be possible to perform by a human. And then a human did it. And by the end of the video, there was a guy who sat there, ran into the wall, 30,000 attempts. He did 3 Weather Tenkos in a run and get the perfect run, and they didn't think humans could even do it, and he did it 3 times in a row.
So you know I play Mario Kart, right? And the new Mario Kart World came out, and there's some crazy tech people can do to like take shortcuts because like the game added effectively jumping, let's just call it. And there was a point where I was trying to set some really good time trials for my friends to try to beat. and there's one on Bowser's Castle, and you have to do this like I don't know why it like is really hard to do 2 jumps. One of them everyone will know if you've ever played Mario Kart because it's like very obvious now. But there's another one where you like cut off the track to get back on doing flips. Anyways, I was not able to string it together for like 6 hours one night. It was when I was out of town in my in-laws. You guys know I usually jump on Discord and I just kind of like lurk there while I'm playing Mario Kart usually.
Yeah.
And I was like, I started at like 9 o'clock when the kids went to bed, and I was going till like 3 a.m. I'm like, I'm gonna get this.
Oh my god.
And once you pull that, and again, by the way, it was nowhere close to a world record of any sort. I was just doing this with my own record. But once I got it, I was like fist bump. I was like, fuck yeah. I can only imagine what it's like to pull off something like that, the Choco Mountain, you know, whatever.
I'm gonna send you for homework, Frank, the Choco Mountain video. And if you don't cry while watching that video, I don't know.
So like, one day when we finally achieve this, which we won't.
I don't. So I don't want to ever even begin to touch speedrunning. It's like a sport that I watch. I have no interest in doing any kind of speedrunning. I don't have the stamina. You notice there's like no women speedrunners. Like there's a reason for that because women aren't that stupid to do that. I'm just saying. There are some women speedrunners. Shout out. Like there's definitely
they're just
some
stupid. They're just stupid.
Videos,
They're just stupid. It's fine.
Okay, one more aside, please. This is the last aside. But there's this iconic somebody saw video. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like there's a guy who held like all the records in a Mario Kart, and he held like all but one. And the entire community didn't want him to hold every record. Like so they had tons of people trying to take this and make sure he never got the record. He never got it. I was like, if this was women, they would just let him have it. Like I don't there's no way that with women they wouldn't just let him have the record. Like why did they fight him? But yeah, so there's my rant.
Broad stroke against and for women and men.
Little bit of misandry to top it off.
Real quick, moment of truth. Scrap, save or kill the animals.
Oh, in Metroid, save the animals always.
They're talking another language, Latina. I don't even know that.
No, in GDQ, that's like a donate thing. I always save the animals. Like
great. World record.
You don't know Metroid?
World record.
I know Metroid. I don't remember. Okay. Well, I mean, I've never watched any speedruns on Metroid. Usually it's like
Super
Mario.
Metroid, right? Yeah.
I don't watch any speedruns, so.
All right.
I've played Super Metroid.
Are you guys ready?
We've all played through Metroid.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sick of people saying I'm not a gamer though. Like Haywire was like, "Have you even played Red Dead Redemption 2?" I was like, "Motherfucker, why does everybody think I don't play the games?"
Oh yeah, name 5 games.
It was oh fuck.
But then Leo early in the week, I said I played Pokemon ROMs. He's like, "Oh, I really respect you for that." I'm like, "Why does everybody think I don't play games?"
Scrap. No, hold on. Okay, first off, Haywire was just being a sexist Haywire, right?
Like,
not only have you said it very clearly that you play games, right? And he's in the council.
Why wouldn't I have played the horse game?
But exactly, you would have played the horse game, right? But 2, for Leo's side, I think he was just calling out the ROM side of it, not the Pokemon.
Yeah, that's
side,
fair.
Right?
That's fair. But
I'm a gamer, right? I play a ton of games. I don't fuck with ROMs, mostly because I don't want to like screw up my computer or whatever.
Yeah, glad we're on our side.
Do you play games?
Dude, I'm on the podcast.
But yeah,
by
the way, you're on a podcast. You're one of the only female podcasters in WoW.
But I want the record to show that I play games that are not WoW. I play other games. I've played many
Roller Coaster Tycoon many a time.
I don't just also play girl games like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
That's not a girl game.
It sounds to me like you
only play. If anything, that's a game about engineering,
Jurassic
and
Park.
that would be, arguably a more male-centric area.
If it's not a girl game, I feel like it's girl game coded.
Fun fact: this is the longest topic, and it's not even about WoW.
It originally was.
Have you ever played Sims?
Fuck yeah, I played Sims.
Guys, Sims is dead. Sims is dead. EA sold to
I played
the
Sims
Saudis.
1 and 2.
They want to use AI. Yeah. It's dead. We were looking forward to that Sims Online. I don't think it's coming.
Can we get back to Sims Online is WoW housing? That's a segue. Let's go. WoW housing is the spiritual successor to the non-existent online Sims.
All right. I was trying to transition to our big topic for today. Are you guys ready to
Is it housing related?
No.
Oh.
Scrap, have you heard any of the news? I always go to you, Scrap, because you don't ever listen.
I'm going to say no.
You didn't hear any of the
drama
about a magazine article that came out about WoW?
No,
not specifically about WoW, but it had WoW listed in it.
Unironically, no, I've not heard any about this.
PC Gamer, was it? No, Windows Central. Windows Central released an article explaining what the new Xbox console is going to act like, okay?
Oh, I know I did hear about this. Somebody was bitching about it in Discord.
Yeah, so that was to my surprise. Okay, so long and short of it is that they said something to the effect. I'm just gonna paraphrase it, but the new console is gonna effectively have Windows on it. You can exit out of your game and open Windows, and you'll be able to access all games. So, for example, and I don't even think this is a quote from Microsoft. This is a quote from Windows Central saying it. You'll be able to run PlayStation PC titles like God of War or Spider-Man. You'll be able to run Steam or Epic Games. You'll be able to play World of Warcraft on the Xbox via Battle.net, right? I don't think this is again.
PlayStation?
Huh?
Are they gonna do this with PlayStation too? Or no?
Okay, so just an aside here because of the console wars. Because Halo is coming to PS5 now, people are calling the consoles wars over to the point where the White House even tweeted about it, like,
shut
cringe
up.
as shit.
Who?
The White House. They put a picture of Trump in what is it? John Chief is what they call him.
Make a note to edit that in, IO. Master Chief. Did you say John Chief?
That's what people call him, John Chief.
Oh, okay.
Isn't his name actually like John 117 or something like that? I don't know. Anyways.
I actually don't know that, and I just went on a rant about how I play games. I played the original Halo, and that's it. I'm not an Xbox.
You only play
the
girl
console
games.
wars over. They called the console wars over, right? And the thing is like the next Xbox, which again, Xbox has been leaning heavily into this lately, is just saying like, look, we just want to make a gaming machine, and then we're gonna make great games, and we're gonna make them cross-platform. But it makes sense. Like the next Xbox having Windows makes sense. If you don't want to build your own PC, why not effectively make one for you for your TV, right?
Yeah.
Just buy a PC.
So again, World of Warcraft was specifically called out about this, and I think it's safe to say, IO, you're on Twitter as much as I am. I think maybe more. People lost their ever fucking mind because they are blaming add-ons because Blizzard's doing this, by the way. It's not Blizzard
the
doing
conspiracy theory. Jeez.
But there's lots of games on Steam that you need a keyboard to play with, so I'm assuming you'll be able to plug a keyboard into the Xbox.
We don't know because
Microsoft
Microsoft has Windows for sure.
Well, Microsoft hasn't announced anything, right? So
you can, but
look, mouse and keyboard games first, yeah.
Yeah,
but you can already play World of Warcraft with a controller. Like people do it already. There's add-ons that do it for you.
The portable, what is it? The Asus Xbox thing?
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah, I mean, it's not. None of this stuff is surprising, and none of it is newsworthy to me. But it's entertaining, I guess, to see the reaction from people who are on. I don't know. IO is on Twitter like most of his life, so he could tell me all about it.
If they put WoW on the PlayStation, I could see myself playing it on the PlayStation, like on my basement.
Well, that's the thing. So people are saying it's coming to console, right?
But as long as
and
they
that
have
Blizzard
a
are
keyboard
making all
and a
these
mouse.
changes. Well, they're making all these changes because easy to play, one button rotation, add-ons not necessary, because they're preparing for people to have to play with a controller. Now, I'm not saying that Blizzard's not planning on doing that, right?
Yeah.
But Blizzard is not releasing an Xbox version of WoW, nor are they releasing a PS5 one.
No.
As you would want, right?
Well, PS5 isn't going to run Windows, and that's the challenge,
That's the point,
right?
Well,
can you put
Microsoft?
Steam on? But is Steam Microsoft? Can you put Steam on the PlayStation? Because that's what I would.
Steam is Valve.
Well, if you could put the if the Xbox has Windows on it, realistically, you could still get like CurseForge or WoW up or
you can do whatever.
Yeah,
you can do whatever you want.
It'd be like just having a computer.
Yeah, just buy a computer. I don't understand.
But it's cheaper. It's cheaper than a computer because an Xbox is going to be what, $600?
Maybe it is cheaper.
They're saying
than
it will
a computer.
be more expensive.
Well, okay. Let's say it's $700. You can't get a good gaming PC for $700.
No.
So that's a more affordable option. If like all you do is play WoW and you can plug in a computer and this computer I'm on right now, the only thing I do on it is play WoW and do the podcast.
Because that's the only game you play. You don't play other games.
No. Well, I play my Steam games on it sometimes, but I'm just saying this computer is only for games.
You do play Peak.
But what I'm trying to say is that this computer does not do anything but open Steam or Blizzard. I don't go on the internet. I don't do anything. I have a laptop that I use for work that comes back and forth with me to work, and I run Photoshop and do shit like that. The only reason this computer turns on is if I'm going to play video games. So I might be the person who the Xbox is marketed to, especially if this computer starts shit in the bed and then I need to pay $2,000 for a computer or I can buy an Xbox. I'm going to buy the Xbox, dude. That's all me, man.
The Xbox is going to be, it's probably going to be like $1,200.
Well, then I'll just buy a computer because it could do other stuff than play games.
But the Xbox is running Windows, so technically you could do other things on the Xbox.
No, let's look at it from a different angle, though. Let's forget the Xbox, right? You can take your computer and push it to your TV wirelessly through like the Steam boxes and shit. And you can play WoW with the controller. People are already doing it, right?
Yeah, people do it all the time.
Yeah.
So why
people play Druid on it?
Why
are people freaking out?
Why
because they need something to freak out about.
Fucking mind.
I can understand. Hold on, let me empathize because I can understand being like, there's not a lot of games, like even like League of Legends is like there's 4 buttons in League of Legends. You know, you have like you could do this, your character could do that. Shut the fuck up, IO. Like
not to mention
I don't play
items and shit.
You don't play games.
I don't play
games.
I don't play games. I have played League of Legends.
I love that we're 10 minutes into her statement and she's unraveled twice already.
I have to say, League of Legends was not for me. I found it unbelievably boring.
Yeah, it sucks.
But I didn't get too into it. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that there's not a lot of games where I have a lot of complex buttons to press. You know, I can't think of most games I play with a controller, and then like if there's a button, is there's a game I play with the keyboard, like let's say Peak. It's not because I need to it's not because I need a keyboard.
I'd actually prefer probably to play with a controller.
Yeah, I probably would play with. I can't think of any other game where I need the keyboard except like maybe like sim games like Zoo Tycoon for me to type out the name of my tiger.
The mouse is the part. The mouse is the part that's.
Yeah. So there's definitely mouse game like Roller Coaster Tycoon and like Planet Zoo and shit. Like you need the mouse.
Like even
right?
Animal Crossing announced today that you can use the mouse feature.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the mouse. I'm talking about like there's not a lot of games where I have to manage 30 spells and stuff, and like that's the gameplay. So I would be afraid if my 30 spell game was becoming not a 30 spell game because there's no other 30 spell game I can play. Like if the
30 spell game is becoming a not 30 spell game.
No, I know, but that's what. Yeah, that's why I understand people being upset.
She's saying that people are saying they're doing that because of the controller.
But that's I get that, but I feel like it's a conspiracy theory is all it is.
Well, they've even said that they're doing the spell pruning because they realized that their add-on cut was causing the problem.
Next thing you know, they're going to talk about mobile apps and how they're porting it over to mobile. And
when they came for the mobile apps, I said nothing.
I don't know, man.
Stuck in my head forever.
I just
Io needs a second.
Yeah, my nose is bleeding. Hold on.
Ew.
All right, you're back, Io. You feeling better?
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, what were we even talking about? Mouses and why you're
talking about how Scrap doesn't play games and the conspiracy theories around Xboxes.
Right.
I mean, obviously, Lithian, I think you called it out. People just need to be angry about something, right? But it is surprising how many. I mean,
wait. You just invalidating what I said that people just want to be angry about stuff. I feel like I give a valid reason why people are angry.
Okay, and what was it again?
It was that like the appearance that they're taking away buttons from a relatively complex game that doesn't have there's not a lot of games in the genre of pressing lots of buttons.
Well, there's not a lot of games of MMOs in the genre left.
I mean,
yeah, that's why I don't want them to change my game into something else.
Did you hear about New World?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
you know what's funny?
They canceled the Lord of the Rings MMO.
So I heard New World went from 8,000 subs to 50,000 subs in a short amount of time, and they were ramping up. And then suddenly they just cut funding and dropped all the people.
Amazon cut fired 14,000. I think it was 14,000.
Yeah, it's a lot. It was a lot
because they just said like this is not the juice ain't worth the squeeze, and so.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna add a laugh track to that.
I do feel the need to point out that Lithian was one of the people who was suckered into buying New World.
I bought it.
Here's
the thing: I bought all the MMOs when they came out, like the bigger ones, right? And I played them for a while, and then I gravitate back to WoW because they're just not that good. And
sorry, I don't have push to talk on. I was talking to my dog.
Yeah. It's it's kind of the opposite of you, Scrap, where I actually play games and you kind of just talk about playing games. So
I did not play New World. That's another game I didn't play.
Yeah.
Oh my god, do I not play games? You guys would tell me I don't play games, right?
I don't know if you play games. I'll be honest with you.
I love how you think you have to play every game to be a gamer.
I don't, but I'm just saying I don't know why people think I don't play games.
I think I've played every MMO that has come out since EverQuest, right? And I think I've tried almost every single one of them out.
Well,
and
but let's get back. Like MMOs have always how many WoW? We made a joke about it. How many WoW killers have there been, right?
But the point is, what World of Warcraft is doing to scale back the complexity is gonna take players that have been playing these games for a long time. I don't know. It's gonna take them back a little bit because some of us like that complexity. Some of us like managing, managing bleeds and all the other stuff. Like I love Blood Talons on Feral Druid. Like I enjoyed that gameplay loop, and now it's gone. So,
I do
I
have
don't
a
know.
fear like that too. Like, don't make it too simple. Like, there is an
Yeah,
enjoyability to
well, that's why I play Blood Death Knight, because
it.
I enjoy managing all those things, and now I don't have to worry about it.
I
hold
really
on.
love the flow of like enhancement when it's like really working, that I've like been able to figure out how it works and stuff. But like but it also is insanely bloated and esoteric and bullshit. So I feel like there is a need for some dressing
They
down.
can clean it up.
That needs some cleaning up. There's definitely some specs that seem like, dude, what the fuck has this turned into? It is like it.
Well,
there
so
are
okay, hold on.
required add-ons.
So hold on.
The specs.
There again. So from what I understand, based on what they said, obviously we might not take them at the word is. They wanted to prune add-ons, which they've made clear for a while now, and then they realized again by Ian's quote that, oh shit, if we do that, we have to make some of the classes easier or more throughout. But at the same time, there's also, I think, a factor we have to understand as we get older and a new player base is needed for the game to continue to survive, is that some of the new, I'm not going to say Gen
kids.
Alpha. Well, I'm not going to say Gen Alpha as a whole, but like in general, it seems like the instant satisfaction of being able to pick something up and go with it is kind of more of a requirement for the younger players, right? I'm not an expert at this, but that's my understanding of it.
I am sure you guys have had the experience of like, play WoW with me with your friend, and once you start to explain everything to them, they're like, the fuck, what? Like I've tried to get my friends into WoW, and just like it is not approachable. Like,
but it's not been the class design that's been the problem, right?
I feel like it's not. I feel like it is a problem. I always go back to like, I feel like the leveling, like the unfun, unattended leveling is a big problem. Like, but
I'll give you a friend
it's
of
getting
mine.
to end game. Like, for example, my friend Futbuckins, who we've all played with.
Yes.
He wanted to do Mythic Plus. He was like, I want to push. He generally wants to play a lot of games, but like, to get him into like the mentality of like, 1, learning his class, like 2, like gearing, like he was already so far behind just because he was like new to WoW, that like he was instantly put off because everybody was lapping him in damage immediately while he's trying to learn his class. So we're like, you need to get 10s, you need to do this, there's just so much shit. It's just not approachable. The game is not approachable.
No, but hold on.
Well,
that's not the game's fault.
No,
I feel like
it's the people. No, it's the people he's trying to play with. It's their fault.
You told it. You said it yourself. He has to do his 10s. No, he does not.
Yeah. I get it, but he wanted to because that's like, okay, that's fair. That's the content that he saw us
There
do,
is an on-ramp for miles for WoW players, right?
It's that's the problem.
It's not the game's fault. It's our fault, right? And we've talked
have you
about
met met the guy that does delves?
Right. But at the same time, I have defended. I have defended that on-ramp because I do like working at something for tens of hours to get to a point of mastery, right?
Yeah, but I don't say there's no evidence. There's little evidence to suggest that there won't be a mastery ramp. It just won't be reliant on doing computational math to get there.
Yeah, you should never have to do computational math. I think that's a very low bar to achieve.
And that's what they're going after.
You should be able to. Yes, you should be able to do your rotation without an add-on, without any add-on. Like,
but
it's
they're
like,
also taking a little, and Rhett is a perfect example. This BM, honestly, too. They have 2 specs that are, arguably brain dead easy, right? At least, not maybe not, and I think Mojo's a good example of this, as our Rhett Paladin friend Mojo. I've seen people play Rhett, and they play Rhett serviceable. And then we play with Mojo,
he's a god.
and he's playing at an entirely different level as our other Rhett Paladins out there, right? It's few and far between, but Mojo plays at a really like he understands the mastery of his class. And I tried to play it and I was nowhere even close. I didn't try to master it, but like it wasn't like a luck thing. He knows what he's doing. And so like Rhett is easy. I think now like Fire in Midnight is going to be another example of that, where it's going to be pretty approachable for people who want that kind of approachability. Don't worry, there's another 20 other specs that will
I do
be
feel-
difficult.
But
right?
hold on. Are the changes that they're making gonna bring everybody in line with Mojo? Right? Is he gonna continue to dominate like he does today, or after the changes, is everybody gonna be at that same?
Do you?
I think Frank's
level of
point is
play?
that
already
Ret
the
Paladin is
case.
like the easiest to play, and he still may
No,
master
I get
it.
that,
So
but even though it's easy to play now, and in Midnight, it's gonna be even easier, right?
is
And
Ret
you're not.
changing much?
little.
There's some changes there, but it's gonna be easier. You're not having to track certain things anymore because they took it out and they removed the complexity. Is Mojo now just gonna have to go find something else to do because he's
So that's
he's
the
at the
point.
same level as everyone else?
Season 2 Ret was juggling your, I can't remember what the hammer spell, right?
Divine Hammer, yeah.
Divine Hammer, right?
Yep.
And this season that's not the meta, so it's like, and I think they changed it anyways, but it's not meta, and no longer is it even that complicated to juggle. And yet he still distinguishes himself as a significantly better Ret player than others, right?
If they have the design of Ret now where it is like really easy, but you can master. I mean, same with BM. Like Haywire has always plays it, and he mastered it. You know, even though it's easy
he's good.
And yet we'll see
like,
BMs out there who are not close to Haywire's performance.
Absolutely. But I do hope that they keep that in mind. I'm not saying I trust them to keep that in mind. And also, if they make all the classes easy, how do I know what class to make fun of for people playing?
So I think Arcane is the inverse of that, right? Arcane, how many times do you guys play with a shit Arcane Mage?
I would never play with an Arcane Mage because they're always shit.
99 out of 100, right?
Yeah.
So
I would never play with an Arcane Mage.
That's going to be what they're trying to address, is that gap. Not the Ret Paladins, not the BMs, and they're going to continue to be BMing.
Well, wait, did they say that's what they're trying to address? Because I don't think they know what the problem is.
Yes.
Like,
yes, they did.
But if they're the way they're addressing it is like what they did to Fire or what they're doing to Fire, I'll give them credit that they're maybe not done. Is that taking a class whose I feel like identity is tied up with like this is a relatively difficult class to master, and then turning it into
Fire wasn't that difficult.
It was in some seasons. Like I feel like when I think like difficult classes to play, like combustion windows stuff, like Fire has always had an identity of being difficult, like and complex, like at least, but not like BM, not like Ret, like.
Well,
but,
yeah,
like, they
because
took away
that's the bottom of the ladder, but like they weren't at the top of the ladder.
Fire was never at the bottom of the ladder. Like you have to at least say that. Maybe it wasn't at the very top.
That's the point.
It was never at the bottom.
Mage has 3 specs, right? 3 DPS specs. Why have and arguably Frost was their easier spec, but it doesn't seem to be that case anymore. Why make it so that you have 3? Let's say 1 easy and 2 difficult. I'm not going to even agree that I think Fire was difficult, but let's just say it was for the sake of argument, right? So you have Frost as medium difficulty, and then Arcane and Fire as mega difficult. Why do that, right? Same thing with the Hunter, right? Make BM the on-ramp, hey, anyone can do this spec, right? And then make, in this case, Frost the little more challenging, little more nuanced spec, and then Arcane be the next difficult spec. And again, not to say that you're going to get rewarded for playing Arcane and get higher DPS as a result, right?
Yeah.
But just to say that if that's what you want in these, now, arguably, you could say, well, I really identify as a Fire Mage, and I'm upset that I don't get to have that complexity when I want to be Fire.
Yeah.
That's how I'd feel as Arcane, right? But at the same time, if they can still make the class theme feel really strong, and again, not even strong from the performance standard, but just like, I feel like a Fire Mage, even if it is easier, in my case, Arcane, I'd still play it, right? Because at the end of the day, people, what's the most popular specs right now?
BM.
And Ret.
Yeah.
So does adding fire simplicity mean that Fire might creep up on that?
I'm just saying that like I know that some people like when they identify their class, they also identify with the difficulty of it. Like you identify with like I like play Arcane, I like the mastery, I like the difficulty, and for them to strip it of like, if not like it's not the hardest one, but like to say, okay, this is the new BM. Like I feel like the ideal situation was to say everything kind of is in a middling difficulty, because like as you said, difficulty does not equal damage. So at that time, let's talk about juice and squeeze. Like why am I playing? Why am I doing calculus when you're over there pressing fucking 3 buttons? Like it is a little annoying.
For
and it's
me,
like, well, I don't want to press 3 buttons because it's boring.
No,
but you
for
can
me,
press
it was the theme.
Well, yeah, the theme. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But what if I love the theme of Arcane, but I have no brain, and then I can't.
No,
then
I
I'm
get
like,
it.
I'm
No.
like,
You
And
have
that's
no
why they're
brain.
lowering the
What's
ceiling. They're
this?
lowering the ceiling for Arcane heavily,
I want
right?
them to lower the ceiling, bring up the floor. However, what I'm saying is that I feel like what they're doing to Fire is they're just like, okay, we lowered the ceiling and did the floor so that it's like super easy now. It makes me feel like they're a bit out of touch with what
Whoa!
the
I think
problems
I think
are.
it's the opposite. You are out of touch, as
You're out of
evident by the
Oh,
BM and Ret
you're out of
success,
touch.
right?
I just feel like they don't know what they're doing. I don't know why Arcane Mage
I think it's exactly what they want to be
and
doing.
BM
They
were
want
to have
make.
such a large difficulty curve.
Gosh, you guys
Especially
you guys are spiraling. We were talking about
spiraling.
Xboxes and
Are
now
you
we're
saying-
I'm
are you
spiraling.
talking
saying
about fire
the fire
mages.
changes
I'm saying,
aren't
I'm
fire?
I'm,
They're not.
I don't,
Oh,
I don't know
they're not
much
fire,
about
no.
fire. look. We're gonna talk about this endlessly until I actually get to see the specs and form an opinion. Right now, my
Well,
opinion
guess-
is I'm nervous.
beta.
No,
And
no,
every
no!
week
Don't say
I
it.
talk
Don't say
about
it.
that I'm nervous.
We're gonna talk
Every
about
week,
no Wow November in a minute.
look, every week I talk about how nervous I am, and the nervousness
Scrap.
isn't going away; it's getting worse. So,
Scrap.
I'm just externalizing it.
Scrap.
What?
I think the fact that you're nervous, right? Is
Yeah.
remember there's
I'm not
40
nervous.
specs, right?
That's
There's
what makes
40
me nervous. I'm like, it's a big job,
and
you can't
yet-
say it's
and
40 specs, you're not
yet-
going to get them all right.
And
and
yet,
yet,
we are going through. I'll pull it up right here. We're going through, right? And
Mhm.
I'm gonna even take survival out of this because I feel like
No, put it back. Put it
paying
back.
attention.
No,
right?
they don't even know what they're doing. They're like, oh, you get tip of the spear back. 2 weeks from now, they'll be like, it's gone again.
I put fire in
Yeah.
here because again,
Mhm.
it's too easy for me. But look at Ret, right? Look at BM. They're up here and they're brain
Put
dead easy.
enhancement in Doomin.
Honestly,
No,
I
I'm not
would
doing
move
it. I love it.
survival
I'm
to I would move survival to thanks Obama personally.
Dude, huge thanks Obama energy.
Look, my point is this. I think they know exactly what they're doing. They're taking a 3 spec DPS class and they're saying, let's make a BM out of fire on purpose, right? There
Yeah.
will be casualties in that. Yes, of course. I'm not telling the people who play fire that they're wrong. I'm just saying they know what they're doing with it. They're making a BM spec. They're making a ret spec. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a popularity of fire go up as a result.
Io, this is really important. I want you to make a note in the timestamp of where Frank says they know
And
what
I
they're
told
doing
you so.
with it.
No.
Yeah, so Frank's going on. It's okay. They know what they're doing with it. So that in 5 months when the expansion launches and everything's on fire, that we can say,
Whoa,
Frank,
whoa.
remember
Hold
when
on.
you said
I'm not applying
they knew
that
what they're
blanket
doing?
statement to everything. Let's not do
Okay.
that.
Well, now we have an awesome
I
soundbite.
understand the worry around add-ons. I totally understand.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be okay, but I understand it.
Yep. Unfortunately for you, Frank, we now have a killer soundbite to play over and over the raid that doesn't work.
Cool.
So
I will
There you
say
go.
that back to the console point. Thank you, Lithium, for trying to bring us back. Right? That
Oh, yeah.
I have a friend. This was a story I was trying to tell before Scrap interrupted my point twice.
Sorry, I'm coming in
I have
hot
a friend who, and again, Max on the Potty C will always talk about the Diablo dad, right? The guy who wants to just sit on the couch after the kids go to bed and play, right? My friend Tom, and he actually listens to our podcast despite not playing WoW because he's a supporter
Shout
of
out,
the
Tom.
mission, right? He would be the type of person that if it came to console, he probably would say, shit, I don't mind grinding a little WoW on the controller and playing. I don't think he'd ever be caught dead getting sweaty with us. I don't think he'd ever be worried about doing +10s, right? He loves playing Diablo. He loves just getting in, getting out, right? And it would open up the door to not only Tom's join the game, but maybe he gets into it and goes, holy shit, I love this game. Now I do want to get sweaty, right? And I can't imagine the idea of a scenario where you're doing like a +15 and someone's trying to join your key who plays exclusively on console and either isn't goaded out of their fucking mind and knows how to play with a controller like backwards and blindfolded, right? Or they're not going to have the score to be even looking at the key with you because they can't get past the 3 on their controller.
You say that, but 3K isn't what it used to be.
Yeah, can I refute that? Because some people that get into my 15s, I swear they don't have fingers. Like it's
Sure,
just
but
like
that's because they buy it and they can't buy it on Xbox unless the store allows it.
Okay.
Can you imagine that?
Whatever.
I'm getting carried on my Xbox.
I can buy carries in the Xbox
Yeah,
store.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
this dystopian future.
Are they gonna add voice chat to the game, or are we gonna have those little headset microphones?
There's
people
already
coming in?
voice chat in the game.
Yeah, there is.
There already is.
Nobody uses
No
it.
one uses it.
Yeah.
Maybe they
I don't
will
even know
now.
how to use it.
I'm so, I mean, look, Squishy even admitted it that this was a very clickbaity title, right? And so I get people reading the title and just reacting. And I think it's a little disingenuous to say that Blizzard's making all these changes because they're wanting to make the PC or the console version of the game. But I don't see a world where they release WoW on a disc for you to play on your Xbox, right? Maybe they get to a point where they're advertising on this new Xbox, right? But we haven't even seen WoW come to Game Pass yet. Like, we're not at that point.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's just the Windows people were sending out a statement, and since they own it, they just figured, oh, let's throw that on there too, so people know, hey, you can play this on here if you want.
and even
Why would they do WoW on Game Pass? 'Cause I'm sure everybody who plays WoW also has Game Pass.
No, they
just
probably have a Game
happy for
Pass tier.
money.
Like, hey, do you want to have Game Pass plus WoW for a discount?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right. I would probably do that. Although I canceled my Game Pass because they doubled
If
its
Game
price.
Pass is the same
Dickhead.
price
Yeah,
as
they
WoW,
doubled
how
the
much?
price on it, man.
How much
I'm
is
not
Game
paying
Pass?
for it.
It
You know what
was
they're gonna do?
the top tier was $29. I think it's like $39 or $49 now.
For a month?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I canceled it because of that.
In fairness,
You
right?
play a whole game every
I think
month.
Battlefield, like for example, is on it, right? That's the
Yeah.
thing, Scrap, is that you get access to every. Well, I don't know if EA is on it. I think EA is on it, but
But
you
you
get
only play
access
one
to
game at a
everything.
time.
Sure, but like, okay, I got Expedition 33 was on it, right, Ioski?
Yeah.
I mean, I bought that on Steam.
I know,
so
I know,
don't
but I'm pretty sure it was on there because I played that. And then Battlefield, and like at the time I was paying I think $30 a month, and I was like, you know what?
Dude.
It's like what 4 games a year. I'm gonna get 4 games a year out of that.
What?
Microsoft, if you're watching, I have an idea.
Oh my gosh.
WoW on Game Pass, and if you sign up and get WoW on Game Pass, you get a warthog from Halo mount in the game.
Oh,
whoa! See, I thought Game Pass was. I thought Game Pass was still
Can you
$15.
imagine? No,
Game
sorry,
Pass is
Scrap.
what?
There are tiers that are that cheap. There are tiers that
Oh,
are like,
okay.
Yeah,
I thought
there's
Game
cheaper.
Pass
This was their top
But they rose the price on all tiers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I just canceled it because I'm not using it.
I canceled it because I said no. Fuck you.
I had Game Pass for 1 month to play Pal World, and it was the $1 for 1 month of Game Pass. And then I canceled it.
All right. Anything else on consoles?
No.
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 Dude, we're not into our podcast at all. We have to get into it.
No, there's not that I think we'll move through it quickly.
Okay, cool.
What do you got? What do you got?
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say that Xbox is gonna be console number 3 for like the 3rd generation in a row. That's all.
Yeah, I haven't owned an Xbox since like the Xbox.
The
I'm
360
a
was,
PlayStation guy.
like, the
Yeah,
only time it
PlayStation.
was the 360 was the only time, and that's only because it came out first.
Well,
Yep.
we're not going to get into the console wars argument anyways.
All I gotta say is it's Final Fantasy, Uncharted games, Naughty Dog games, fucking Elden Ring type
Final
games.
Fantasy
Yep.
is
From
on
Software.
Xbox now too.
Yeah, but it used to be exclusive, or it used to come out earlier. And that's all. That's all it is.
Every time you list
Bloodborne,
one of those,
never
I'll
gonna
list
have
one
an
for
Xbox.
Nintendo. Mario, bitches.
Oh well, obviously I gotta have a Nintendo also.
I was
'cause
speedrunning
I play
Mario Galaxy
Pokemon.
2. They just re-released it, I should say.
Yeah. Although I'm kind of off Pokemon. I'm onto the ROM scene now.
Oh my gosh.
When you
All
say
right,
ROM, by
next-
the way, I thought
next.
that was like some
gamer.
sort of ROM, like romantic
You gone-
Pokemon game.
You want to go on to my Pokemon special interests rant?
No,
of
haven't-
my
I
no,
haven't
ROMs?
we don't
heard
need
the term
another
ROM
scrap
in a
special
minute.
interest.
I'll recommend one at the end at this
Oh,
question of
gosh.
the week. So
Okay.
stay tuned for that.
All right, Scrap, you're going to be interested in this. They've got the new
Am I?
Brawlers Guild bosses on the PTR.
Shut
There's a
up.
Plunderstorm boss.
No, what are the rewards for it? I
don't
love
know.
Brawlers Guild so much.
Is it coming out in November for November?
No, I'm gonna play it when it comes
It
out.
comes out December 2nd.
Oh,
you're lucky.
wait, for real? Comes out December 2nd or on
Well,
PTR December
sorry.
2nd?
It'll be patched into the game on December 2nd. I don't know if they do any time gating around it. I don't think they do, right? They just open it up.
Oh my god, I love
Oh,
Brawlers
look, do you
Guild.
see how the circle's closing in?
Yes,
Like,
yes. This is typical Brawlers Guild.
They
And,
have a new
please,
first boss called Sunny.
it's kind of hard to see, but can people stand and watch on the edges? It looks like yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the most fun. Me and my friend would do it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go now because only one person could go at a time, and then I'd watch him, and you could bet on it and stuff. So fun.
Yep.
Let's never get to Brawlers Guild together.
Yeah, of
I
course.
thought it was a solo thing.
No,
It's the
you can
Quacken.
No.
people can watch like
Yeah.
and bet on it.
So
Yeah.
here's
Oh,
a
is that
duck
a-
with tentacles.
A void duck? What the hell?
His name is
What's the
Release
reward?
the Quacken.
Frank, what's the reward?
I don't think they've
for-
got rewards up yet.
Okay.
And there's Glorpin time. And
I want to see the
Melt-
mount.
Draxus.
Maldraxxus ooze. And
Dude, what if it was the
Ooh,
duck? That'd be
that's
such a
kinda
cool
cool.
mount. Oh, dude.
just like
I'm
next
Glorps all over the
Ramus
place.
so hype. I love Brawler's Guild. It's one of my favorite things that they do.
I'm not going to get into the fellowship/delve conversation. We'll worry about that for another time.
I don't even that you speak in Greek to me. I don't
Fellowship/delve?
even know what that means.
The argument for fellowship is that delves should be what fellowship did for their 10-minute dungeons, and I agree with that. I think that's like a good point. But anyways, I don't want to get into it.
I don't know anything about
All right,
fellowship.
so scrap.
Skip that topic.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
So no WoW November has come in, and I said this last episode where I said, dude, beta's going to be in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Holly Longdale tweeted out beta
Yep.
soon, and I was like, oh shit, oh shit, and then we got an actual date for beta,
What's
November
that
11th.
article like header? Why is it just Zaltas crotch?
Because
Where's her head?
I'm sure when they uploaded it, they were just like, oh, this is, and then like cut it off.
Gotcha.
Or maybe did they even use it? No, they didn't even use it in the blue post. So anyways, beta coming out November 11th. And if you have the Epic Edition, I think you'll get it immediately.
I still don't have the Epic Edition.
Oh, well, then you're not going to get it anyway, so it doesn't
There you
matter.
go.
I was going to say to your complaints earlier, you'll be able to get onto the beta and start feeling out your class.
I gotta
don't wanna
check
do it.
out.
Yeah.
What?
I don't
thought
want to
you
do
were
it
gonna
now.
check out
No,
Fury.
'cause they're still cooking it. Like it's still in the oven.
They are still cooking it.
No.
So I
well,
give it.
you're
Yeah.
going to be all the way through, what's it, 5-6 weeks of alpha, and then they don't start the balance tuning until the first. They do balance tuning, I think, the first week of beta. When beta is released, they do like a first pass, and then people play it and give feedback. And so I don't know. I just want to check out. Like, I'm planning on playing Blood Death Knight, but I kind of am a little worried about some of the changes. Not that they're bad, that they just oversimplify, but I just have to try it out.
Well, this is where I want to get on
So-
my soapbox and say, guys, this is your chance to make the changes. Fire mages, this is your chance to stand up and say, we don't want to be BM, right?
Just give feedback.
And don't get me wrong, like you can go on the forums right now and say that without playing it, but I think it's it's unfair to say I want this changed if you haven't really played it yet. You know,
if you give feedback in game, then they know that you're playing it, you're active, and you're trying to give good constructive feedback, and I think that's worthy. And I mean, that's what I plan on doing with Blood Death Knight is providing a little bit of feedback.
Can one of you guys go in my stead during No WoW November and play Survival Hunter? And
No,
tell me
I'm
if
not
it's
playing that.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cool.
we'll see raid testing.
But you
finally.
can do it.
No,
You could do it, Scrap.
Well, is the PTR
Mythic
WoW? I feel like
Plus.
it's different, right? Like
No,
I
it's
could play-
beta.
It's beta.
or beta. Is beta WoW? It's different, right? I can
Is
play
beta
it.
WoW? What?
Play it in No WoW November.
What does? Oh,
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh,
It
she's
is.
saying
It
doesn't
is the
apply to the rules.
game.
Yeah.
It is the game World of Warcraft. So I don't
Yeah.
know if it violates your rules.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, you're gonna play it because you're gonna see all of us talking about it.
They're gonna have the Night Elf and
Nah.
Blood Elf exteriors in too. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So all that being said, I think this is on schedule. We had some other information come in though to give us a possible pre-patch date as well as a possible launch date. So pre-patch, according to the splash screen, is going to launch January 27th. Now, whether the patch comes out that day or maybe like a week earlier and they prepare for the pre-patch event, I don't know. But this is where we'll start to see, like, I think they said, like, the Void, cultist activities on the rise. There you go.
Does that mean they're gonna do those little like storm leveling event things they always do, where there's just things
I'm
that
sure they
pop
will.
up all over Azeroth?
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Same old boring shit. They
Yeah,
don't-
the War Within was
Same old
terrible.
boring
well, it was
shit.
great for leveling, but it was kind of boring.
But the rewards were shitty and it was stupid.
Frankly, I think Legion Remix is where you should be excited about that kind of stuff. But anyways.
Yeah, for sure. There's so many cool rewards. So like,
well, not only
yeah,
that, but
do
like
it.
the way that the system works, it's it's fun and it's chaos and it's, you know, you're like playing
Yeah.
a different game, but there's no way to screw it up. Anyways. So yeah, so we got this, but it also lines up with the coding that they saw for the New World events, which again might be this pre-patch event, starting on the 27th and ending on March 9th, one day after my birthday. And so we might have an official launch day of March 10th.
March, dude, I've been saying March for like 3 years about the March.
You notice how she
March
left
10th.
out the fact that she was saying like March 28th or something.
March 10th. That's Mario Day.
That is Mario Day. You're right. Yeah.
Mario Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think this is enough
That's a long
time
time.
for them to get everything in order?
It fucking better be, man. That's like the season's already dead. It's like 4 months. Yeah, dude. 4
All right,
months
hold on.
and the
You've said
season's
that
already
twice now.
completely
Can we
dead.
talk about the season being dead?
Stop with the data, Frank.
Wait, hold on.
No. The
1.2
season.
million keys. And by the way, that's not including Legion Remix, which was
Hold
1.2
on, was that last
first
week, Frank? Was that last week?
That was last week, yeah.
I'm talking about this week, the season's dead. Last week is when they uncapped everything. I played more keys last week than I have this entire season. This week, the season is dead, and it will be dead for the rest until...
Because they're playing Legion Remix. There's like almost a million keys being done. And this is keys, by the way, which is insane because only a certain amount of people are doing these.
Does this mean the season's not dead? Because it sounds to me like the season is dead.
No.
Oh my gosh.
It's dead.
I
1.2 million keys.
That's last week. Last week isn't enough. You have to admit that last week when they uncap everything, everybody's hitting keys super hard. What about this week?
All right, let's
I am
compare.
looking forward to a long, somewhat hiatus, at least not playing WoW as much, doing some stuff for.
You gonna do no WoW November?
Oh
no, you have to raid. Ha, sucker.
Ha, sucker.
So scrap.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
So
the data. You're looking at the data.
This is
look at it dying.
The data.
This is last season.
It's
this is
dying.
last season, right? Well, hold on. Are you saying that you should maintain week 1 numbers until like week 15?
It is crazy that like the last week, like what is that, 18 to 22? Those are the losers.
This is where you argue that the season's dead, right?
Dead. Yeah.
And even then, I'd argue, you know, yes, it's obviously like half of what it was at some of its peaks, but it's still, I mean, it's still fine.
Dead.
It's not.
Wait, this is last season?
This is last season, yeah.
Let's look at this season.
This season right here. So this is their lowest.
Oh, it's already died.
It's already died. It's just dead.
Died at week 9.
Oh no, not week 9.
Yeah, dude. I'm
no,
looking,
so Fellowship came out here. Fellowship came out this week.
Right? Oh my God, Fellowship killed WoW. All the titles were right.
Of course, it killed WoW, right?
We thought they were clickbaiting and it was real.
I will say, I know for me personally, when they announced the Midnight stuff and they started showing the alpha changes, my hype for the last season died down a bit because I feel like everything feels so like not permanent because I'm going to be having an entirely it's almost like a new class in a few months. So like it definitely makes me less excited to play a lot now, and I don't know if everyone else is like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that contributed to not necessarily dead, but a lower interest in this last half of the season.
Do you want to know how I know it's dead?
Tell me about it.
Did you watch us raid on Tuesday?
Oh my God. Jesus.
I did watch it.
I didn't stream it because it was such a shit show.
What was it? An 8-man raid?
Yes.
Sort of. We tried. We got 3 bosses down. Tried Salhadar and just couldn't kill him in the last phase.
Well, we probably could have. I just didn't want to put up with the bullshit anymore.
2-2-2-2-4.
Yeah, we didn't pug anybody. Yes. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, 2-2-4.
And Haywire was tanking, and that also wasn't helping. So
fellas,
don't tell him I said that.
I gotta piggyback off what Io said though. I have 3 mains right now. Like obviously my main, which I run.
Oh, you have 3?
Yeah. So I have Frank, Will, my wheel character, and Ariosto, my tank. Right. I gotta actually give to Scrap's point, but Io made the actual point. I didn't play Frank or Ariosto at all.
Scrap.
I didn't play Frank or Ariosto because I'm just like I don't need to. Like they're getting to the gear that they need to be. They'll be able to do whatever content I want to do with them. I'm not pushing on Will. I'm putting like my heart and soul into because I have to beat you.
Yeah.
But I had an amazing time playing with Will last week, and that's keep my
the uncapped was fun, but that's over. you're at the end.
Now,
Like-
but now I'm pushing and challenging. Like I want to keep pushing.
Yeah.
That I'm having fun with that. But to the point you made, Scrap, of no WoW November, I am also thinking I need to find another game to play. Right.
Well, it's a good chance because I'm not going to be pushing my wheel, so you can breathe, or you could skyrocket ahead of
I'm still
me.
gonna play WoW. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna do my like eight keys for the week.
Some WoW.
Wait,
November.
what's the new game? What's the new game we're playing?
I'm like wondering, like, should I play? I really wish City Skylines 2 was good. Like, I kind of want to play City Skylines. I want to play
Jurassic World Evolution 3.
No.
Dude,
yeah, I'm playing that.
It's such a good sim game, dude.
Battlefield's
playing
out.
it
I really want to
because
play Battlefield.
No, I don't want to play that.
Everyone's saying it's really good. But anyways, okay, back to the point because I'm sorry you just said that.
What was the point? We were meandering as fuck on this one.
That's okay.
I don't know what the point is.
That's what the people love.
That's what they like to listen
So
to.
March
In the comments, tell us
10th
if you hate it.
March 10th is our projected release date, right? And we finally got a chance to see what the raid UI is going to look like. Okay. Now, granted, I don't know. It's work in progress. We haven't seen it in action. We will probably see it, hopefully, by the time raid testing happens. Let's say mid-November. And I was very happy to see this because this looks pretty good. You're a healer. This would be something I think more impactful for you.
Yeah, it looks very similar to what you could set up on like Cell or whatever. So it definitely looks like it's a step in the right direction.
Right. You got some good icons to tell you like status, whatnot. So you can see your what looks to be your buffs versus their buffs. Line of sight, which I thought was really cool. So you can see that, which right now, like even Cell doesn't do this. It's just like kind of grays them out. I'm happy to see this because I think it's, again, Blizzard kind of saying, don't worry. However, there is still a lot of problems, especially with nameplates. We've already talked about this, so I won't go back into it. But with that, we also have ElvUI officially putting hold on development for midnight. So ElvUI was a heavy UI interface system. If anyone's never used it, I'm sure most people have because it's one of the most popular in the world. But they are officially saying, look, we need to see major changes from Blizzard if we're going to continue this work, because otherwise we are wasting our time. So that now puts two major developers, WeakOrs and ElvUI, completely cutting ties. And again, this is a quote from a quote from a quote, but someone was saying that one of the ElvUI developers went on Twitter and was complaining because Blizzard's effectively saying, hey, can you guys continue to support some of the stuff that would help people customize their UI?
This is what I was saying, is that like Blizzard still wants them to like fill their gaps.
Yeah.
Like it's like, dude, if you are getting rid of them, you need to fill all the gaps. Like
yeah.
you need to fill all of them.
Hold on. Let's be clear.
Well,
they're not getting rid of them.
Yeah.
No, but if you guys are not,
they're making a choice.
If you guys are not creating an environment that benefits them at all to make these things, like if you're just spitting in their face and then they leave, you say, "Why'd you leave?" I was only spitting in your face.
Let's frame this correctly though. There never was a benefit for them to make this, was there?
Well, I don't know. What do they get out of it? They like making stuff?
They just like making stuff, right?
They like making stuff.
Blizzard's not spitting in their Blizzard's not spitting in their face. Now you could argue Blizzard's taking advantage of them, but that's no different than what Blizzard was doing for the past 12 expansions, right? Because Blizzard was having them fill in the gaps of their UI.
You stumped me because I can't really fathom why somebody would want to make add-ons. Like it seems like
it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I could see why, and maybe not to the degree of like what WeakOrs and DBM would require, right?
No.
But
that's a lot of work.
Some of those people do open up Patreons to get themselves supported that way, and yada yada yada, right?
Yeah, so there's some people making jobs out of this, or not really?
Yeah, some people got jobs out of it, right? I think the WeakOrs team all admitted that that help them get their jobs, right?
Well, they got to get a new job now.
But right? You know, the person who, again, I'm quoting a quote, that said like Blizzard, they're pissed because Blizzard's affected them, asking them to like troubleshoot their UI without any either reciprocation or, you know, the fact that they're making work harder for them. Now, I totally am empathetic to WeakOrs and ElvUI saying we don't want to do this, because at the same time, all their work has been effectively nullified, and they don't want to worry about the little bit that's left. That's entirely
true.
within their right.
you have to assume that the goal is to get rid of all add-ons for Blizzard. So why keep slaving over it, knowing they're trying to spit in your face?
No.
Maybe they
See,
haven't yet.
Again, stop saying that, because that's not what they're not wanting. That what they want to do is they want to say, look, we want you to customize your UI, right? They're just things that are off limits because you can manipulate them to help you.
Why are they
That
off
is not
limits? Because they
spitting.
don't want them to customize their UI.
No, because they don't want people getting an advantage from the
There's
add-on.
a difference between customizing your UI and getting access to information the game doesn't want you to have access to.
It's like a night and day difference.
I
you want to have a little portrait of your character in 3D, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
But getting the ability to know when you're able to execute from your UI is an advantage, even if a minor one is an advantage, and they don't want that.
Put my line in the sand that I do support no add-ons, but Blizzard shouldn't be surprised that they have to now make their game functional without add-ons.
No one's saying they're surprised. No one's saying they're surprised.
Okay.
It's kind of funny, as I feel like the last few months, and maybe even more than that, I've been seeing people release I'm no longer using ElvUI. Here's what I use for all my new UI stuff anyways, because I think people thought it was lowering their frames in the game anyways. So ElvUI was already kind of on the way out.
Yeah.
I think
this will be the first time in a long time that I don't have ElvUI.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Why don't you get rid of it now? If you're looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it when Midnight releases. Because ElvUI still gives me a lot of I don't know.
To your point, to your point, Scrap, that's a good point. I think
if you're looking forward to it, you can turn it off now.
I would do it. I would do it if it didn't I think the idea of a new expansion give me a fresh start, right?
Yeah.
Not forget all the class shit, forget all that. Like right now I couldn't play enhancement, and it sounds like the same way on Midnight Alpha. I couldn't play enhancement without a weak aura. I just couldn't, right? I don't.
There's multiple required recores for enhancement. You don't need ElvUI.
No. I mean, like on Legion
good,
Remix,
dude.
it doesn't
There's
matter.
definitely more than one.
No.
Okay, maybe Legion Remix or maybe if you're doing
casual content, right?
If you're playing Duplos,
But the Maelstrom counter needs and that's something that we've already.
I would even argue that you don't need it because it does change at 10, and so only if you're you're supposed to hit Chain Lightning and stuff at 7, but if you're doing casual content, you can hit it at 10. It's fine.
No, but how would I even know that I have 10, let alone 5?
It has there's a
little bus in the
UI
top
element.
right corner?
You probably no, you have it turned off. There's a UI element. You must have it turned off. There is a UI. There's lightning bolts that come off on the sides of your screen, and they
I thought that was a weak aura I had. Okay, all right. Maybe I turned.
No, it's not a weak aura.
That's
it's not. It's not as good as a weak aura because the weak aura actually tells you the number.
Yeah.
But you could play it casually without it.
I need to turn that back on.
No
Anyways,
problem.
okay.
It's useless if you don't push content, but
yeah. No. Well, no.
You need to know the number.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if you want to play enhancement properly, you need to know the number.
I'm excited to redo my UI for Midnight.
I would do it right now, Scrap, if I didn't feel like I was putting the brakes heavily on 1, my wheel push, and 2, trying to figure this shit out in the middle of what I'm trying to do, which is raid or M+, right? Whereas if I'm doing it right now, it's fine.
I would do it right now if I was actually still playing the game.
We're gonna be able to mess with it in beta, so I mean we'll have time to work on it and see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I'm actually kind of very curious to see what it would look like in the beta state, because obviously people have been messing around with it, but I've seen varying degrees of how people are messing with it. So it is customizable pretty heavily, and I'm curious to see what I would like out of it, So
what better way to do that than to get rid of ElvUI and realize what you need to know?
Well, because it's not in the main game right now.
Oh.
Scrap.
I don't use ElvUI. I don't even know what you use it for. It's a cooldown manager.
No. It's an entire
reskins
UI.
It reskins your UI. Yeah.
It makes it look nice.
It's like bartender versus plater versus all these things.
Yeah, but they put bartender in the game in Dragonflight, didn't they? So that's what I use. I just bartend, but without bartender.
I think it's even more customizable than that. But yes, I get your point.
Yeah, it is. I don't want to get into it because Scrap's just gonna.
Yeah.
Whatever. You don't need it.
Ask us questions about.
Take the training wheels off. You don't.
It's not neat. It's I want it. It's
you want training wheels? That's cringe.
No,
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I want to play a different game until beta.
Yeah. No WoW November. I encourage you to join me. Yeah, no WoW November. And then we get on the podcast and be like, hey, what'd you do in WoW? It's like, didn't.
No, we played Jurassic Park. It's
Everyone's gonna be
fine.
wondering where the podcast went in November. And it's like, well,
We
Scrap,
don't talk-
Scrap just disappeared.
We don't ever talk about what we're doing in WoW on the podcast, except like for 5 minutes on the wheel. We talk about stuff that's gonna happen
That's
in WoW.
not true.
So it
we
should
literally
still be
talk about
fine.
when we're progressing the raid.
I
We pull up our rankings of the raid.
The raid is
Scrap.
dead and the keys
Hold
are dead,
on.
so we're not talking about that anyway.
Do you remember that time?
Oh
Do you remember
my
that
God,
time we
that's
did
exhausting,
Tazavesh
dude.
hard mode and we got all the way through with no deaths until Haywire died?
Didn't we talk about that
Yeah.
last week?
We did. We talked about it twice. 2
Exactly.
weeks
That's
in a
my
row.
point. We talk about what we do in the game all the time.
Okay.
I just got done talking about how great the raid was on Tuesday.
I spent most of the time talking
Sure.
about weather tenkos and speedrunning, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
God.
I'll come up with stuff to talk about.
Okay.
What are you looking for, Frank? What's the next story?
I'm just trying to transition. All right.
Transition.
So,
Okay, hold on. Everybody quiet. What's the transition?
well, spoiler alert. Okay. We just, and
Oh.
I'm gonna leave a second one more just for people who want to skip this chapter. We did get another kind of confirmation in the same way we got confirmations from the 11.1 and 11.2 patches of what the raid will be. We talked about this from Talias and Nevatail's video, but it is almost confirmed
Ooh.
that we are going to have what I think is called the Ulatech raid, right? Which will be focused on this old god. I can't remember his name.
Wait, is this season 2?
This will be season 2. Yes.
Yeah, it's like
What
a
the fuck
troll,
kind of spoilers is this shit?
troll looking raid.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for Troll
So
Raid.
Well,
the Isle of Fangs has been renamed to Atal Utek, right?
Mhm.
And the name is referencing that snake Loa god that we were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
But there's also the lore that surrounds where's his name? Is this him?
Ulatek?
Ulatech?
No, that's the snake.
Serpent
That's the
god.
serpent. What's this guy's name?
Uh,
Kithix.
I don't
There you go,
know.
Kithix.
He looks like
He
okay,
died
that's-
in the Zolomon area and was apparently like buried here. So they're thinking there might be some old
Oh,
god
cool.
stuff going on.
Love it.
Sorry, Io, you were trying to say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna I was gonna say General Vesix, but I was totally wrong.
No, but he looks identical
Same
to
look,
it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, just wanted to say that I'm kind of excited for a troll raid. I feel like if they can really do the vibe up, and especially with some old god influence, that's always a fun time.
So
And that serpent boss being massive, like imagine a Dementia size snake, right?
That'd be cool.
I'm excited, but I'm kind of a little weary because we're gonna do the first thing, and then what is Salatats just gonna disappear for a patch again while we go do something else for random people,
No.
and then
I thought
We're gonna kill her.
Oh my gosh.
At
At the end of the first raid, she
There we
dies.
go.
do you think that that is
No.
interesting to wonder?
I'm
No.
manifesting.
No, she's not. She's gonna die season 3.
Ugh, she better. I can't do another season of her feet in my
She's not gonna
face.
die.
Like,
She's not gonna die.
Or
she better die. Or she's
she's
gonna be on our side.
Well, no. The argument is
Save
that
Azeroth.
we got to do something to bring the Titans to Azeroth, right? So she maybe
Mm-hmm.
has to be successful at something. But anyways, okay, that's not.
Dude, she's gonna be on our side again this time for
Or
real.
maybe something she does is what like awakens this or something. Maybe
I hate the Zaltath fatigue is insane with me. Every time I see her, I'm gonna frown and shake my head no. I love this graphic they cooked up. Look at that graphic with the, the
Well,
armor.
Isn't
and they
this,
just
isn't
kinda
this what
put together.
the tier set for season 1 looks? Okay, we're not gonna worry about
I
it.
don't know.
All
I
right.
just love that they cooked that. There's somebody sat in Photoshop and was like, put one arm here and one hand there. like and there's
like
the feet.
Exodia.
Yeah, it's cute.
Okay.
Nice cooking.
Spoilers officially over.
Wow.
Let's wrap up our series of Doomin or Boomin, each class. And this week we're talking about healers. And I wanted to take a second to start with. Well, first off, I wanted to show you Mistweaver. I mean, look how people are upset because
That's
all the
Windwalker.
changes-
That's Windwalker.
Oh, is this Windwalker?
Oh.
That makes so much
Yeah,
more
that's
sense.
Windwalker.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, Meg
What?
posted, so I thought it was
Yeah.
because I was like, wait, why
What,
are they
what were
doing a
you
bunch of ones?
thinking?
Well, I saw.
Well, Frank
I saw
doesn't
the
play games,
green.
doesn't know what Windwalker is.
Can you scroll,
Yeah.
can you scroll down for a second?
Yeah.
A little more.
What, are you looking for your tweet in here?
Yeah. I was looking to see if I could see my response, but no.
you
you're
guys
good,
on
never mind.
Twitter is hilarious. Chill.
Yeah. So is this going to be Frank and Io talking while Scrap and I play with our
Hey,
phones?
can I look at my phone
Is
now?
that,
Is it phone looking time?
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
'cause
Well,
we're
let me
gonna-
get your
no, 'cause
feedback.
you know
Let me get your
what?
feedback
You know
here
what?
before you guys worry about that.
We're
Let-
back to
Okay.
the 1 minute rule, baby. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Hell yeah.
The
So,
1 minute rule. Okay.
So this is a look. That might be too much. Sorry. This is a look at all the spells that are being pruned from each healing class or healing
Yeah.
spec, right?
Yeesh.
Now, that being said, I have looked at the Holy Paladin stuff because I know Holy Paladin a little bit, and I thought you and I agree. Like, I think the changes are looking pretty good for Holy Paladin, right?
I'm a 6-7 on it. I'm not quite sure what to think. I'll have to see when we get to the beta.
But I mean, look at I don't even know what the hell is going on with Holy.
Hey, what's left?
Actually, I saw
one spell's left. It's
knock
fine.
on the being on Twitter a lot, but I did actually just see a tweet while we were recording this. Someone's like, depending on your build, this could be your Holy Priest rotation, and it's just 3 buttons on the whole bar.
Nice.
I was looking at Druid. Druid still has most of their kit.
Because Druid doesn't
That's
do
the only
anything.
one I know.
They merged a ton together, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't. All I know is Druid out of healing. I don't know the rest of the healers.
We've
so.
heard shamans get pruned to hell. It looks like they got their cloudburst back. I think.
Bunch of crybabies.
And Mistweaver is the one I know the best. And honestly, I don't care about losing any of these spells because I mean, other than maybe renewing Mist, but
I like the chain light or the lightning healing.
It was good for AoE healing. It was good.
It was wonky. Like it was good healing, but it was like I preferred just doing like the spinning crane kick.
Yeah. And I love the idea that like Jade Fire Stomp is now just procking instead of having to be hit. But like and again, Mistweaver we'll talk in a second, but like I just always love the feel of like you're DPSing and you're kind of throwing in punches, and then anytime you need to, you just throw out a pop-up heal on someone. So I think it'll be nice. I think Mist will be fine, but it did shock me to see the things like Holy and what the hell's going on there. And even looking
I'll play Holy. It only has 3 buttons.
But it looks like they're switching. This priest isn't getting the Oracle buffs anymore. So does that mean the big shields are gone now for good?
That's probably for the best because they clubbed those pretty hard last season.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Preservation also, I remember leveling this in one of the where you get the mounts from doing time walking. I can't remember what. Anyways, I remember going like, damn, they have no. The specific one, the one where you got the pirate mount. But anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
I remember going like, damn, they don't have any healing spells to begin with, and now I'm seeing like the 3 that I remember all gone, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck do they have?
Healing just happens.
I asked you to prepare for preservation. Did you do that?
No, I didn't. I completely forgot about that. But
it's not just us. Yeah.
Well, that was like 6 weeks ago, and I don't think I've had a reminder.
So you had
6 weeks.
So hold on, but Io, did you have 6 weeks to do it, Io? That's a long time to not do anything.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Just shut up. But looking at it from here, I don't know what to take from that.
I don't know what's happening.
You guys go look at your phone. I've got here. Let me put up the tier.
Let me grab my phone.
I got someone
I gotta check my Tinder.
Yeah. You stop with the Tinder.
Ilvarsk on Spotify's comments gave us a quick Assassin Rogue update. So
shout out to Spotify.
Assassin Rogue changes look great at the moment. Bleed spreading simplified. No longer need to beg for re-stealth. That's nice. Shiv no longer a DPS cooldown, only utility. Energy management stocks are up. People who enjoy pooling energy and spending it when it makes sense instead of spamming will be happy. So sounds like we've got someone who
I like that. That sounds great.
Someone who's booming, right? So let's move them up to the booming tree. Fury, wait, was that? Yeah, okay. Fury still, the 2 people who play in our podcast don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
it. Okay. So is it safe to say, I'm just going to say, people who are Prez Evoker fans must be doomed because I don't even know if they have a spell left. They're just like standing there. So we'll just say doom.
No, you missed your chance,
Paladin. Or a Holy Priest. They're going to have the same.
Okay, so Robbie from our Discord, let's go and do Holy Priest.
Oh, Robbie.
Said this about Holy. I am generally happy with the direction they're going, but my worry is that cutting the bloat, they're shifting a lot of power to passives. This puts their reduced bloat goal in opposition with their less passive healing design goals. Our new Apex talent is based entirely around mostly random procs of Cosmic Ripple, I'm not sure, which is a passive party heal. I think a lot of my apprehension could be allayed by seeing, nice use of allayed there, by seeing numbers tuning and encounter tuning. I think the best part of healing is smart triage, so if our simpler choices still let me play whack-a-mole rather than spreadsheeting out my cooldowns for each phase of Avanox or whatever, I will be happy. Which I think in fairness, everyone is saying there's a problem I'm worried about, but if they can do the tuning correct, which they've so far so good. We haven't seen Mythic Plus yet or anything, or Raid.
Wait, I thought we haven't seen tuning. How are you saying
Robbie's
tuning of the way that the mechanics work. Not of the numbers.
What he's saying is a holy priest just has to be there.
No.
The passives will take care of everything.
What he's saying is that the triage, like the idea that you have a whack-a-mole of, let's say, 3 spells, right? Is what he wants. So that's their design goal. But he feels like they're also going back on the idea that most of his healing, some of his healing will come from passive procs of that whack-a-moling, which might be a problem, right? But if the tuning is what they say it's going to be, right? So where do you guys want to put this?
Who let the dogs
I feel
out?
like
fucking Doomin, brother. Like
I feel like they're gonna have mana issues the whole time, and I'll have to deal with that nonsense, which I hate. I hate healers with mana issues.
Who, holy priests?
Really do it.
Yeah, I think
why
they
holy
only have
priests?
3. They only have 3 spells, and all 3 of those spells are consuming mana, and they're relying on passives. Who knows?
But maybe the passives give them back mana.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Not even that. No, but they also free healing, so it wouldn't require mana.
I don't know, man.
I just know when I dabbled in Holy Priest, I really enjoyed Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus, like doing like the chastise and the damage with the
really
and all that. That was really fun to do.
I didn't
so
like that.
I hope you can keep that. But I don't know about the healing stuff.
I mean, they have the fiend pet, right? They could just put their little fiend out and get mana back.
Maybe. I don't know if they still have it.
That was a joke. They got axed.
Oh, I'm putting them in Boomin.
This is entirely Greek to me.
I'm putting in Boomin because they say I'm generally happy. So I'm just
okay. That's fine. I like Robbie.
Why do we get rid of the cope tier?
Shout out to Robbie's vocabulary.
Yeah,
shout out Robbie.
Okay.
I do have a preservation thing up that I skimmed real quick, so I think I can maybe give a vague.
Give it a try. Give it a try.
All right. So it looks like what they're doing is there's going to be more emphasis placed on using echo, and you're hot, so it's going to be more reversion dream breath. So it looks like you're not going to have those quick instant burst heals. So I'm guessing this is going to hurt Raid a bit because you're not going to have those big ramps into like those like bigger heals. So that's going to be interesting. I'm gonna say who let the dogs out because I don't really know what to take from any of this.
Anybody, 6-7 they go.
Let's put it in 6-7. Yeah. If anyone in the comments has anything to say about preservation, let us know, please. I'm sorry,
just to be clear, I asked Haywire, who was a Presivoker in Dragonflight, to look at it. Like a month ago? I asked Ioski to look at it last week. Neither of them did their homework. So
you had asked me and I'd forgot. I'm sorry.
No worries. Okay. Should we let's do Mistweaver. It's a little bit of a longer one, but I know it so we can get it out of the way. So Attilian maybe, from our Discord has said, overall, I'm nervous about these current changes to the spec. While some of the changes are nice, the emphasis on soothing mist from Apex talents, baking into old peer into peace. Oh, new talent that allows movement and further buffs. Okay. I'm going to finish this and talk about that. And the other baseline buffs is frustrating to see without corresponding updates, buffs, or new talents to the melee damage and healing playstyle. So, teaching of the monastery type. This can be solved with tuning. However, historically, when melee players' playstyle is tuned well, the top players and Race the World First guilds are able to push that playstyle so that it appears overtuned, and then Blizzard nerfs it to be no longer viable for the rest of us. I realize it sounds like a skill gap issue, and it is within a class, but I would analogize it to a balance between healing specs, Resto Druid, HP.
Birds.
Yeah, that's on me. The most recent example of this was in Liberation of Undermine, where Liquid and Echo ran 2 Mistweavers, primarily because of the extra damage they brought. Midway through the tier, you could still play the melee build in Mythic Raid for the first 4 bosses without handicapping your healing team. But by the time your guild got the Sprocket Monger or One-Armed Bandit, you saw Mistweaver swapping to the caster build because it did so much more healing than the melee build, which I could definitely see being a problem. So my faith in Blizzard's ability to figure this out isn't exactly high. I'd love to be wrong. I see a lot of people in Peak Serenity and over at Mistweaver Spaces ask how to play the class purely as a caster, so perhaps these changes are the devs' responses to what the larger community is asking for. However, I play Mistweaver because the melee playstyle is unique, and I agree with you, among the other healers, and I find it much more fun and engaging. They also play Holy Paladin. While the class is also a melee healer, it's not nearly as dependent on being in melee range 100% of the time like Mistweaver is. They're just saying what they do and don't do. The changes make me think that the devs don't quite know what the identity should be for the spec, and are trying to create cosmetic differences so that players have a choice without sacrificing performance. And they're continuing to say it doesn't work in practice. Okay.
That's what Doomin sounds like.
It does sound like Doomin. I agree. I will say though, I love the Soothing Mist builds that they used to have back in the day. So if that's the case of what they're doing, I'd kind of be on board with that. But again, I'm not going to override the Doomin. That's Doomin.
I do prefer the melee build, but I do think there's a bigger subsect of people who play healers that expect to be playing casters. So when they have to do melee stuff, I think it kind of throws them off. So
yeah, well, and
it'd be nice to be able to have both, I guess.
Well, and there was Everbloom, was that the dungeon that Scrap loved?
I love the music in Everbloom. Yeah. I don't know if I love Everbloom.
Do you guys remember?
Yeah, the music is great.
That was the season I was going to main healing. And do you remember the third boss?
I remember exactly.
Oh, the third boss was a tough one on Mistweaver. Yeah.
Oh, a tough one. We spent a fucking hour doing it. And if anybody got like the an overlap, they were just fucking dead. And somebody was I think Shawnee was yelling at me and Haywire to use defensives. This is when hunters didn't have great defensives.
That's
like,
so true.
and we were like, we're using them. And he was playing Rep Paladin. He was like,
yes,
every time. Like, we literally don't have enough defensives.
No, it was 100% on me. It was 100% on me.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Mistweaver Monk well enough to be able to figure it out.
I blame Frank.
To not to like die because your healer was shitting the bed, and then have a
shitting the bed. I couldn't be in melee. I couldn't be in melee.
Hold on. To die because your healer is shitting the bed, regardless of why they were shitting the bed. Like, and then have a Rep Paladin bark at you because you weren't using defensives. It's like it's a long hour. It was a long hour.
Anyways,
that was. I remember that boss being tough. That was definitely a good
playing
a good like Shaylin's gift, and
I think you were tanking.
Soothing Mist.
Yeah, you were taking
Druid?
Maybe. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, you must have been tanking. Yep.
All right, Flux, friend of the podcast. He actually was on the very first episode of the podcast that never aired. Has written on Resto.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
4 hours of my life. I never get
that
back.
That never aired?
No, because my mic was fucked. And anyways. Okay.
Oh.
And also I had again, around the mage table stemmed from the idea that this would be around the horn from ESPN.
Oh yeah, I remember around the
and I had a point system, and it was just like, fuck.
Frank, keep moving. What are you doing?
Flux, who I'm sorry, Flux, when I say this, isn't the best druid healer. Has
but he's a druid healer, and he's the best we got.
My primary point of concern for druid in Midnights is tracking hots. Okay, very good point, Flux, especially in raid. Now, we do have the new raid UI. Maybe that'll be better. But anyways, while I do not use many weak auras and don't use any for my class, I've found without third-party UI add-ons, I can't accurately tell which raid members have the hots. Previously, this has been in combination with there being too many hots for the base raid frames to show, and the way it shows them being a little difficult to parse in the moment. My UI solution has been small, solid squares on someone's health bar with a different color for each hot buff. Far more easy to read than trying to figure out specific green leaf symbols. I agree with that. The alpha patch notes do call out this problem and appear to be addressing it to some extent, specifically that they state it'll be significantly reducing the number of buffs restoration druids can apply to allies to make raid frames and target frames easier to parse. However, they're also removing Wildstalker symbiotic blooms from raid flames entirely. So it remains to be seen how well these address how the new UI and vision for WoW will impact the multi-hot class. Now, mind you, Flux wrote this, like 4 weeks ago now. Aside from the add-on and UI changes they're making... Sorry?
Really good. No, I was gonna say I want to shout out Flux, but that was actually really good.
It was a well thought out point. Now, anyways, aside from the add-on and UI changes, they're making Effervescence, the stationary circle healing, less stationary. Yes, actually, it looks like a really good change. I don't know if you've seen it, but it like moves with the player every second. By having it with the talent bloom beneath the feet of the life bloom's target, so typically the tank. There will certainly be raid fights where you need to disable that, Dimensius, for example, but Effervescence was on one of my biggest pet peeves recently, so I'm excited for the change. Okay. So, long story short, the UI is a huge problem for dot tracking. We don't have black or white listing spells, which is a huge call out, especially for people who don't want to see, for example, the 16 dots they don't care about.
Well, yeah, I gotta say, like, there's some dots that you put on that you don't need to know they're on there because they don't interact, and so like I always have those blacklisted.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna say he's dooming just because right now the things he needs to be super successful aren't in the game yet. He doesn't see like he likes some of the changes, sure. But I'm just gonna leave it at Doomin because I feel like until Blizzard addresses that blacklist whitelist thing, I don't think it's fair to say that they should be excited about it. You agree?
Flux, I think you're great.
Flux, that was a really well written. I know you're not our best druid healer, but you're definitely our best druid class writer.
And I also know that you're not watching, so.
Yeah,
well, no,
he
might proc a watch. Let's not. Okay.
We'll see.
All right, let's go to Resto Shaman. Now, this one I'm very interested in. I haven't read this because I wanted to wait for the podcast to read it, but most Resto Shamans have been dooming. I want to see what Haywire, who is our main healer,
wrote it.
First take is I don't fully like. Well, he left the word off there. Don't fully like, I guess. Having to choose between Ascendance and Healing Tide Totem, losing a healing cooldown, but that seems to be the direction of the overall changes to healing. My appeal to Shaman at its core is still untouched, with the overall utility being unmatched from any other healer. Okay. They're the only ones that are going to have a
I don't know, their
remaining.
kick is doubled. Like, the time to kick is doubled.
But they're the only ones that have a kick now as a healer.
I'd still be annoyed, but less annoyed, I guess.
Removing Healing Surge isn't much of an issue for me since most of the upside of Surge over Wave from previous builds will now be built into Wave, and you just don't have to have the decision point now. In other builds from Shadowlands on, I rarely used Healing Wave in M+ at all, and I would only use it in raids when talented to make it spread with Riptide. Overall, the changes to Resto Shamans aren't massive enough, but the change to healing in general will be more of an impact on how things are played, which is yet to be seen.
It doesn't sound very doomy.
You think it does or doesn't?
I say it doesn't.
I think it's
I think it's cope.
Well, no, I think it's an acknowledgement of cope. Like, that's not cope. I don't want to say it's Boomin. I definitely don't think it's Boomin. I don't
put it 6
who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? What is Who Let the Dogs Out again? I don't remember.
They're like they have
it's
like
a song by the
space
Bahamas.
laser.
I know that.
It's about ugly girls at the club.
I'm gonna put it in Doomin because I think in general he's more worried about the changes as like healing as a whole.
As a healer, yeah.
Rugrats in Paris soundtrack.
Hey, Haywire, if you feel differently, you tell us.
Of course.
God, wow, that procs some nostalgia for me. I didn't even remember that was on that. Okay, we got 2 left. One of them is wholly for you. Well, I'll go through Mahivi's disc write-up.
Who is Mahivi?
Mahivi's one of our.
I haven't met Mahivi.
No, they've talked in Discord before. I can only speak for M+.
I don't remember Mahivi.
Shout out Mahivi.
Shout out Mahivi. I should talk to you more.
I can only speak for M+. But Discipline Priest seems to be heading in a good direction, giving us more healing options to fall back on or fill in between Atonement healing, which I hated Disc because of that lack. Void Weaver benefits a lot from the addition of Void Shield, Shadowman, and Evangelism changes, since it doesn't have much single target healing or mitigation outside of pain suppression. Shadowman will now work like a mini lay on hands, cool. A big heal following a heavy dot until half of the healing is reversed or combat ends. While that sounds risky, it can make Atonement healing easier as you can stabilize someone with Shadowman and then heal through the dot with Atonement. Okay, cool. Void Shield can now add some helpful shielding and mitigation to the spec, which Void Weaver lacks compared to Oracle. The shields might not be very powerful though, so it does sound like Lithium that's the case. Void Weaver doesn't use much mana at all and is usually sitting at 80% throughout the entire key. Mana issue's not a problem. You're gonna love them. The removal of Wheel and Woe, being able to buff Smite Void Blast, may reduce some burst healing damage, but the new talents that boost Atonement spell and Smite Void Blast damage may balance this out. Oracle is also seeing changes. Premonition is gone, leaving only Piety, which will only redistribute 20% of the overhealing instead of all the buffing, also buffing healing done. This simplifies the spec since we will no longer have to juggle Premonition buffs. With the removal of Insight, Oracle will gain 2 charges of Penance instead, which will also make the spec more consistent and easier to manage. Shadowman won't likely be taken since Oracle already has a strong single target healing shield, and Void Shield, however, looks extremely powerful since Oracle can strengthen the shield further. If Wheel and Woe can buff Void Shield, which replaces Powered Shield when it procs, then it can become incredibly strong, so maybe there is still a strong shield. The add-on Weaker or Purge will affect Oracle heavily. Currently, the default Blizzard UI does not show shield values on party frames. Didn't know that. Or incoming abilities on party frames. Didn't know that. Without add-ons or weakers to provide this info, Oracle will become extremely hard or even impossible to play properly. Now, that being said, it does look like where's the raid frames? Oh, maybe it doesn't. I thought it. Okay,
it shows shield or incoming.
No, I thought it did.
Healing?
I could have sworn it did, but it doesn't. I don't. I'm not surprised it doesn't
maybe no
show
one's seeing
incoming.
any
You can you can look at who's getting casted on the new bars. I think the new health bars. I don't know if you can do it on the raid frames though yet.
But it wouldn't show you what they're gonna get. It'll just maybe say someone's healing them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's no disc priest in this group anyways. Let alone someone.
Sounds like Doomin. or Boomin, I mean, or
Do you think
Doomin
it's
actually.
weird? It shows the
Boomin.
You think it's weird that shows the resource bars at the bottom? Like, why do I have to know how much rage you have?
You usually can turn that off. So.
You can customize it,
Okay.
yeah. You can. I mean, it's nice to see
Well, I
what
mean,
people have sometimes.
as a nosy person, I want to know if you know you're sitting at full focus on your hunter or whatever. But it just seems like the least important thing to track.
All right, Io, Holy Paladin. I put him. By the way, I put him in Boomin. I felt like overall, I mean, the UI concerns, of course, but
let me just put this timestamp in real quick. So yeah, Holy Paladin, some button bloat getting taken out, which they took out a lot when the War Within started, so I didn't even realize they could have taken more out, and they did actually. So Holy Prism and Divine Toller being a choice node now, a voice node. And you can pick between which one you want, and they'll both benefit from the same things you would be able to get from which one you would use now. So it's really just up to preference at that point. I'm guessing most people will probably pick Divine Toll though.
I love the feel.
Aura Mastery does Divine Toll now when you have it on it, so that makes it less of a like preemptive hit before the damage and decrease it, and more of a hit after maybe like the first tick of the damage. So I think that's a good change. It just makes it feel like a more impactful button. You're kind of not really incentivized to hit it a whole lot unless like you're pre-planning. So now it's more something you can kind of work in, I think, more organically instead of having to think ahead and be like, okay, I'm going to need Aura Mastery for this. No more Crusader Strike, and they are pretty much making it so our Holy Shock and Judgment and Shield of the Righteous all reduce each other's cooldowns. So you're pretty much going to have a very similar rotation damage-wise now, just no Crusader Strike, which it's going to probably feel a little awkward at first, but the benefit is that you're going to have Holy Shock available more, so you're going to actually be able to have a better... Sometimes right now, if you're out of Holy Shock charges and you just have like a Crusader Strike up, that's not going to heal somebody, and you might not have time to cast one of your casts on somebody. So having to try to Crusader Strike to get a Holy Shock back up is, you know, you might not be able to save someone in that time. So it's good to have that option. So I think I was weird about that one at first, but I think that's going to end up being a good one.
Well, doesn't that also let you get out of melee more? Because the other two can be ranged.
Yeah, exactly. You can definitely be out of melee more. It's not going to be as bad if you're not in melee and you're kind of really trying to you just need something to generate a holy power for like a spender, and you can't. The new Light of Dawn is way better than it is right now, so
I think it has a new graphic too with it, doesn't it?
Yeah, they had the one graphic, and then they made that an even better graphic, and it's just like and it goes beyond 5 targets now, so it's going to be it's going to be a pretty good heal and raid now. You might still only use Word of Glory in Mythic Plus, but we'll see obviously how the tuning looks in that.
So overall, are you Boomin or Doomin?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else really.
I put us on the clock, Lithian, but now he's going like for a fucking 16 minutes straight.
What happened to the 1 minute?
Oh well, I mean, come on. This is
the only chance Io gets to talk all week. All right.
This is my special interest. Okay? This is my Will Shark.
Wow, cringe. World of Warcraft? That's super cringe.
It's cringe.
No, it's not World of Warcraft. It's Holy Paladin
of World of Warcraft.
Yeah, no, I would. At first, we were definitely Doomin, but they've reworked it at what they had before. So I would say Boomin, but I think it's even better than that. I would say it's season 4 of Seinfeld.
Devour. You've got to devour Holy Paladin. Shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude,
no, but yeah,
meta.
we're Boomin. We're Boomin. Okay. We were definitely Doomin, but I think we're Boomin now. I think it's gonna be good.
I think there's some. I don't know, man.
Big cope.
Yeah, I do want to say it because it sounds mean.
I don't know Holy Paladin as well as I obviously, but when I read the changes, I mean, their new Apex talent sounds insane.
Oh yeah, right? I didn't even mention that. Yeah, that seems fun.
It's just a beacon jump to the lowest health player, and it just like jumps around as they get healed up. It's whatever. Point is that
whatever
of all the healing classes, Holy Paladin without a doubt was like, okay, this seems like they're cooking, right? Whether it works out, I don't know, but like on paper, it sounded amazing.
And yeah, and we're gonna be probably casting like Holy Light and Flashlight more, so it seems like there's gonna be more potential build diversity too.
Yeah.
Same with like how they do the Mistweaver, so that'll be good.
I think, yeah. Okay. Well, all in all, there are some people who are concerned, and rightfully so, right? I mean, I put fire down here just because it's not my cup of tea to be a BM, but some people might like it. But healing still has some concerns, and we can see it split. And again, I'm maybe even being generous with the Holy and Disc Priest ones, but overall, I mean, it's not that big of a the sky's
Frank
falling.
sees a lot of Boomin. I see a lot of Cope.
If
Too early.
maybe in a couple weeks once beta's out and people kind of get to see how the specs play in some videos, we can revisit some of them. But
yeah, we have to do a beta revisit.
Scrap knows
we gotta come
nothing
back.
about classes outside of survival and by the way, survival enhancement and Fury, and she didn't even fucking give an opinion on Fury. And she's telling people they're coping. She's telling people they're coping about their class.
It's just the vibe I get. It's vibes based, tier list.
You are the vibe, Scrap. You are the vibe of negativity.
Yeah,
wow,
that's the
you
vibe.
wanted me to pull enhancement shaman down, right? You already put survival down here. God knows where the fuck Fury's gonna end up because no one can fucking talk about it.
Doomin. Just put it in Doomin. I don't know.
That's arms, Frank.
No, it's not. It's Fury.
Oh, I thought you
never
were
mind. I'm dumb. Okay, I'm dumb.
Oh, what? I thought you were
for the world
get
to see.
him.
For the world to see.
Dude.
Oh, all right.
It's the blood draining.
All in all.
Yeah,
all in all.
seriously.
Now, granted, these are the opinions of individuals that we can't necessarily verify whether they know what they're talking about or not. But again, I think most of them sound like they did, or at least they had strong opinions about what they liked thematically about the class, right?
I heard it was vibes based anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. As I was about to say before I got so tilted that I interrupted him, it sounded like you were going to say, Io, that we got beta coming out soon, that maybe we can hear some people actually telling us if the cope is real or not.
Yeah, get some revisits or just kind of see some videos of people playing, especially with updated tuning.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And of course we'll start to have our meta lists probably start to appear soon.
Yep.
On
yeah, they're gonna start popping, dude.
Our meta can completely go off the rails. But all in all, I think, it's not something to be concerned about just yet. Okay. What else do we have to talk about today? A couple of sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna mention how Scrap's in a Dunsparce hoodie, but
okay. Let's quickly talk about it. So
this is a controversial topic, so viewer beware.
This is it's controversial. As you've seen tonight, we've had
controversial.
We've had a lot of Wowhead articles, and a lot of them are written by Squishy, who is one of the lead writers, I would assume, of Wowhead, based on how much content he puts out. But he's also one of the hosts of the Bench podcast. Okay, Squishy posted on Twitter this week a suit. He finally, I guess, Kilkoto Costumes made him a costume for his avatar for Twitter, which is that right there, and I'm sure he uses it elsewhere. And there was some really surprising comments that were thrown at his way, unfairly so in my opinion. And Scrap, you wanted to stand up as an ally today, right?
Yeah, I don't want to come out as a furry, but I'm not beating the furry allegations. Scrap Claw.
Hold on, let's be clear. We're not accusing of anyone being a furry.
Let's not go down that road.
I'm a furry.
But like literally, like all my characters are Tauren and Worgen, and I was saying like I have this costume here.
Wait. I play a Worgen. Does that make me a furry?
You play your mains are a Worgen and a Druid. You are such a fucking furry, dude.
Oh,
but I got my wing. So I have a little bit. It's not a fursuit.
Well, you said someone who does make fursuits made that for you, right?
Yes, it's a half Kigu technically. So it's it's got a tail and stuff.
Wait. If I'm a furry, what should I be doing that I'm not doing today?
You should go buy one of these $20,000 suits.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But what else should I do?
I don't know. You put it in your Tinder profile.
Start dressing like Pikachu.
I gotta put it in my Tinder profile that I'm a furry.
Get some memorabilia or something. I don't know.
Disrespect to anyone whose favorite Pokemon is like Pikachu or Mewtwo or any of those big ones or Charizard, but I think it's pretty cool that Scraps like as a big Dunsparce guy.
I've got tons. I have a bunch over there. Here, I got a crocheted one here. Yeah, I collect a lot of Dunsparce.
What's your favorite Dunsparce card?
Ooh, I
What
do,
went
but
to be a show of support has now just become another nerd off.
I can't
it's
think.
another special interest. We're jumping
It's
into all of
Crystal
Scrap's
something. I can't think
special
of the name.
interests.
Okay.
Frank, I'm gonna send you the card. You're gonna edit it in because I can't think of what the name of the set is. Okay.
You're gonna edit it in.
You're gonna
She's
edit
just
in.
telling you
I don't
what
even
you're
know what I'm
gonna do.
editing in now. What?
Scrap, we can't
You're
be
gonna edit
bothered to.
in a picture of my favorite Dunsparce card.
Okay. Okay. All right.
You know,
Anyways,
so but anyway, we just want to come out in support of furries in general. So we see you and we love you.
I support people being happy and having
Yeah.
a good time.
That's
It's
what I
a
was
sweet
gonna say.
suit.
To have a
Pretty
bunch of
sweet
fucking
suit.
WoW players accuse like say this guy's going outside hobby is cringe is kind of insane. Like he goes outside and socializes in a costume. You stay inside and play keys, so you're a dork.
So I caught wind of this because I saw
there I am.
somebody.
That's my persona up there. Scrap Claw.
So
at the top.
and I've okay. Anyways, this guy Gromnak, maybe he's famous or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why do some people in the World of Warcraft community act like this shit is normal? Now it makes perfect sense why so many people associated with Wowhead push weird agendas and call you a hateful fascist bigot.
Oh.
And my I was like, am I missing the part where he explains
Wow.
how Squishy's living his best life ends up getting him called a fascist? Like, what?
I don't know. You sound like a lib, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, Gary, there I am.
Anyways, Scrap, I told you about this
Go
before.
back to your page, Frank. Go back to your page.
What? This?
Look at the top. That's me. My character is a Worgen.
And that's me
so
crashing
cute.
out.
Yeah, you can't see it, but I'm holding a football. That was the the drawing I did for him.
Oh, I can't.
There you go.
It's really
No,
big.
you can't see it.
All right, whatever.
Win the goalposts.
Yeah, and Frank, edit in the drawing I did of me being Lucy with the football, which I do all the time with you.
Yep. Okay. Anyways, we wanted again. I brought it up earlier, and you wanted to come out and support, and I just felt like, guys, just like stop.
Hey Frank, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why aren't you verified yet?
I'm not paying Elon Musk.
Does IO pay?
Yes, he did. I don't know if he still does.
No comment.
No, that's not good.
In fairness,
I don't
though,
even have an account.
In fairness, though, I post about the podcast on Twitter and I get like 10 views. He posts like gets like 10,000. So I'm not gonna.
Well, that's because he's verified. Maybe he paid the money, dude.
He paid to win.
They're gonna boost him.
Follow Frank on Twitter.
Know.
Help him get that check mark.
That's x.com, by the way. It's not Twitter.
They don't give out check
nerds.
marks anymore, do they? They
artists
buy them.
No, they do give out ones for celebrities, but anyways, that's not the point. Okay.
Celebrity.
So other little bit news. Apparently, someone got a screenshot of a player housing room where you can enact skyboxes in.
Oh,
And
that's cool. You
We don't know. We don't know if this is oh, hold on. Maybe they're calling. Okay, never mind.
Really cute idea.
It's a great idea. I don't know if it's true, but I just thought I'd call it and say, hey, look at this. This is awesome. So Blizzard, if you do end up watching our podcast,
fake news.
Yeah, do it.
It's possible, but Blizzard, please make this a thing. It'd be amazing.
The other thing I want, Frank, while we're asking them for things, is for a window open and to have like generic kind of outside window type
that'd be great.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be what I see outside, but just like, oh, outside's the beach, outside's the woods.
And again, I'm hoping music will be added soon. And okay, anyways. Let's see what else. Did you guys hear about MDI this week? That Method was crushing it so badly that they just stopped playing like with a couple hours left and just did interviews in the middle of it.
Even MDI is dead. That sucks.
Wow.
No,
everything's just dead.
No, so Scrap. Imagine the scenario where we're in this, right? We were pushing to get in, and they clearly see we can't even time a 20, let alone a 23 that they're doing.
Yeah.
Of course, they're gonna take their foot off the gas.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think
that's what I'm doing, Frank. That's what I'm doing with the wheel. I'm doing my interviews for a month.
Sure. Totally fine.
So you can catch up.
The tortoise and the hare.
Sure.
We got a question this week. All right. I think I saw you guys already answering it in Discord, but I didn't read them on purpose because I wanted to see what you guys had to say. So Camel on our Discord asked the question: do you think Blizzard is considering making M+ not an infinite scaling system? And they were calling out how like people criticized the idea that if they have to worry about infinite scaling, they're always going to have things that one-shot you, et cetera, et cetera. So do you? I didn't hear you guys' answers, but you guys seemed to all jump on this. Lithian, we'll start with you. Do you think Blizzard is considering making M+ not infinite scaling?
I think that would be interesting if they did. I don't think they are. I think there's multiple ways you can approach the problem, right? You can create you can get keys. So let's say they top out at 15, maybe they add more affixes, or they make the difficulty still ramp in a different way where it's maybe more sideways than up and down, right? But I don't think they're going to make that change. I think that infinite scaling is something that people strive for, and it's something they work toward. But I mean, it could happen, and they could find other ways to make it more difficult. But if they ever get to the point where they just end all the difficulty, I mean, that people wouldn't have any reason to push, right? So.
What if they capped it and they said that it's going to be capped at +40, but people are stuck at like 25? Like,
Yeah, I mean
that's
still like that's
that's
still infinite scale. Like,
yeah, it's
like right now in
basically
remix, people are doing like 120s, right? Whatever, and soloing like 60s, or whatever it is now. I don't know. I haven't. Frank is the data guy, but my point is, I think the infinite scaling is one of the reasons why Mythic Plus is so popular, because you can just keep pushing till you can't, right? So
Did someone
So,
run a
I love that
one?
chart. It's so funny. It's so long.
No,
yeah,
someone ran a
The 160.
161 on the remix.
yeah.
A
Good lord.
plus
Nice.
161. Holy.
To
And by the
me,
way,
to me, I'm
it looks like they've been
by
just
the-
soloing these, like, look back and forth from 130
Wow.
on. They're just
yeah.
Yeah.
You just get in there. Like I was in there
Oh,
and
they
I was
+2'd
doing.
159. Look at that.
It's fun. You just go in there and you just smash. It's fun. I have a good time.
Yeah.
All right,
So
anyway, sorry.
anyway,
So Io, what do you think?
I don't think they're planning on doing it, but I kind of agree with Lithian. I would be interested to see if they did. I'm someone who I like when there's something you're working towards to achieve. So like if let's just say they capped it out at like 20 or something, and everyone could realistically do it if they got like high enough gear, you just had to work at it. I think I'd prefer that personally, but I think a lot of people who play like the infinite scaling, they like being pushed to their limits and having to do things min-maxing damage or routes. I think that's a lot of the fun. So I don't think it'd be good, and I don't think it'd be great for like the content ecosystem, because there's so much that is made around Mythic Plus, and especially the higher end. I think it would end up kind of getting rid of a lot of that, and that would be unfortunate, because that's a huge part of, I think, the community online and on YouTube and everything. So I think losing that would not be good. So
like you guys like to watch speedrunning. I love to watch people push higher keys and watch how they do their pulls
Well,
and
now we
everything
can
else.
do both now, because they're gonna try to do high keys fast.
I do think it
I mean,
would
you're
be
right.
Theoretically.
cool if they had like a kind of gear you could get at some point that scales with you. That would be interesting, kind of like how PvP gear scales, just so if people are pushing, they can potentially get higher, but that way you're not always hitting like a definite wall. But I don't really know how that would work, and it probably would be too convoluted to figure out. So just keep it the same. No need to change it.
Just keep it the same. It's fine.
Here's the way I see it.
You're gonna skip Scrap?
You skip me?
Well, sorry, Scrap responded to Lithian. Sorry, Scrap, go. I
Because she's not a gamer.
I thought she had made.
She's not a gamer. She doesn't play games.
I wanted to.
She's too busy
ask,
sending me Pokemon cards in Discord.
What problem is capping it solving? Like why? Like why
Balancing.
would you want to cap
So
it?
the complaint is
Balancing?
I'm annoyed that this spell cast will kill me at level 21. So if they designed it with the idea that at level 25 it will do everything, like you'll do 99% of your health if you let it go off, but you will still survive. And that is the end. That is the end game, right? And that's the wall, right? That you can't complain anymore about that tuning.
Yeah, okay. I don't see. I agree. I don't think they're ever gonna do it, mainly because like infinite scaling is like you can play it infinitely, theoretically. Of course, you're gonna hit the a wall eventually that you can't get past. But isn't that effectively a cap?
Yeah.
Like I I don't really understand. I can see why maybe someone would want there to be a cap because it's like this is when I'm done. But I do encourage people just to recognize like you're done when it starts to not be fun anymore. Like you don't need to get a +20 done. If you're like I get to this point where it's too difficult and I start to sweat and feel sick. I'm like, that's okay, it's too stressful. I'm done. Like I've hit the limit.
And that's Tazavesh hard mode.
Tazavesh hard mode definitely it elicited that response from me. Not because it was hard, just because the pressure mounts. Like it's like I'm gonna be the one to ruin it for everyone. So that's a different level of difficulty, right? But yeah, I'd be interested to hear like more cases for why you would want it besides that, because I do feel like there is effectively a cap. It's just they don't know what number it's at. Like
True, that's a good point.
It's fine.
All right, so here's the problem I have, right? The idea of infinite scaling is not only a great idea for the devs because it means that they don't have to worry about the perfect tuning, right? Imagine if they set the bar at 25, right? Let's just say that was the bar. And they had to make sure everything was fine. Every mob had to be individually fine-tuned to make sure that 25 was it, and they could go backwards from there. That sounds easy on the surface, but isn't it easier just to say, we don't care if it's 25 or 30 or 20, right? The community is effectively deciding what the cap is because it doesn't matter. Like you're competing against each other, not against the cap, right?
Yeah.
And so like the other side of it is that they're going to have to worry about all this, like one, people racing to the wall and getting there maybe early and ruining the rest of the season, right? Two, even if you have that wall of, let's say, a +25 being where things start killing you at 99% or whatever, people will still complain because they're complaining for the sake of the idea that it's hard, not because like it is unfair because it's supposed to be unfair, right? Like that is the game design.
They want you to play it forever, so they need it to be unfair.
Well, not only that, but the other side of it is that it allows people, like imagine if we were to guess at the start of the season what the wall would be. We would probably say like, I don't know, maybe like a +22. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
well in
that's
MDI
what I would
this
say.
weekend they already did a +23, right? We would be limiting ourselves to pushing us to our limits. I don't think that's the gameplay loop the players want either. Yes, there will be people like J.B who like JB he just wants to complain about things one-shotting you. That is the game.
So let's say, you know, in the comments, tell us if you like the idea of a cap, and then also tell us, do you like to complain? And then we'll figure out.
Like to complain.
What I don't
is there a correlation?
What I don't understand about like Fellowship, for example, right, is everyone's saying, oh, I love this and I love that and I love this about the game. And, you know, fair enough. You can love it. I'm not saying you can't. But those systems either already existed in WoW, or if they brought those systems over the WoW, they'd be a nightmare of a problem, right? And I don't understand why people can't take those rose-tinted glasses off for Fellowship, or the inverse, remember that context for WoW when you play it. That it just doesn't make sense to not have a spell kill you if you're doing a +20 whatever. Like, that is the challenge. And the question becomes, you know, we talked about, well, now I can't pull 3 mobs at a time. Yeah, that's because you're playing at a level where it's supposed to be super challenging. There is some creative, you could argue that there's not always, some dungeons don't have this creativity, but there is some creativity where you say, I need to now change my route, which they do already because they were going from 18s, they changed their route and now they can do 20s because they avoid those mobs now. Those mobs are more deadly than the ones that you thought were originally deadly in the 10s or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like that allows this idea of creativity, whereas if you put a 25 as a cap, as an example, and you know those mobs will never kill you up until that point, and once you get to that point, you don't need to worry about it anymore. You're effectively saying like, is it a matter of you just want to have a title that if everyone hits that 25, they get they get an achievement and they get something and it's like a finish line to the season? I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, now you can get that if you speed run it.
well, not only that, but also think about it this way. Blizzard's not going to want you to get to that wall. Not everyone, at least, right?
No, because they want you to keep paying the money.
Well, not in that. No, not in that. But just because the prestige of it, the technique argument of like, not everyone should have this, right? And so if it were easy enough that, let's say, enough people could get to it, they're just going to push the wall, theoretically. You know, it'll still be a 25, but it'll play like a 24. And what really is the wall is the 26 above it, but you're not able to get to that because that doesn't exist anymore. So now they're pushing they're pushing everyone back down. Is it really a wall anymore? And there just would just let them look, build the dungeons. Yes, sometimes you'll have a 23 key in a season, sometimes you'll have an 18 key in a season, right? But that is the fun where you're competing against each other. And yes, the interrupt issues can suck, but that is the game. Like that is the game.
I do think the reward
that's
system,
going away.
The reward system reflects it, where it's like, you know, you get 3K, that's where you get most of the rewards capped out.
Yeah.
But if you happen to be at that level, wherever it ends up being, you know, if you're in that top % of people who get up to that level, you get a title. That's cool. You know, that's exclusive.
I never understood why there's so many naysayers, like Frank was saying, because there's so many people that are like, well, it shouldn't come down to people getting one shot. And it's like, but no matter what they do to change it, eventually that's gonna happen because that's the system. I don't like, I don't, if someone can explain it to me, maybe I'm just not understanding, or it can find a way to like word it in a way that it makes sense to me, but I just never it just, no matter which way you do it, you're always going to come to that same problem. You can make it more about throughput. You can make it more about anything. You can make it more about whatever you want to make it more about, but eventually, even if you're pushing to plus 50, 51, you're going to get one shot. Like, it is what it is. And then you're going to complain you can't get to 55 or whatever. And it's just...
The only thing I can see is, like, they could avoid with capping it is, like, what happened with Disc Priest last season, where it's, like, they had this thing that made you able to push way past. It's, like, the way they didn't predict that would happen, you know, because they didn't know how it would affect at the scaling, because they didn't think people would get this high or whatever. But it's, like, okay, that happened once in, like, fucking 10 seasons that something slipped through the cracks like that. It's been fine.
I think. Oh,
so I was going to give you the argument for what they would say. They would say that it should be like, as an example. This may not be the perfect example, but like, instead of killing you, it's always a % of your health that dies, and it's not about the gameplay loop of surviving. It's instead the gameplay loop of finishing the key on time.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they're pushing towards, right?
Okay.
But
okay.
Right? But then it just becomes a health scaling issue, not a juggling of both health and damage, you know?
About that then, like, what's to stop you from just like playing like 4 DPS if you're always going to know what the damage is going to be, and you like everyone can just heal themselves, you know what I mean? Like,
well, no, it's not that. It's that you now make like 50 times the pull. You just make sure the pulls never have 5 casters because you only have 4 kicks, right?
Did I tell you about the time I timed a 20 Mists of Tear Scythe with no healer?
You sure did. The only change I think like that would be cool for them to make Med M plus, I think would be cool that they could do to maybe encourage any kind of change is they should do like a title for class or spec rather. So let's say,
oh my god, that would be awesome.
I think that would be cool, because I'm like, you know, you might
I would get that every time.
Have people that want to, you know, you might get people that are like, well, I want to push higher, but I don't want to switch off my class because I think it'd be really cool to get this. I think that would be a cool
you know what I think that would encourage is also for people to try out classes that aren't being played, because they're like, oh my god, I have no chance of getting the title as, like, you know, whatever the flavor of the month spec as the Frost DK, because those people are pushing 20s, but like I could play Enhancement Shaman, I only have to do 15s, you know, and I'm like top 50 US Enhancement Shaman. It's like stupid, like,
sorry, it's top 49.
I feel like
just missed out.
I think I'm top 49. But like, I think, I don't know, I haven't checked it in a couple days, but it, like, I think, are you looking it up? Oh god, he's fact checking me real time. Here, do the
41 in the US.
It's Patero with 2 hours.
41, top 41.
Yeah, it's top 40.
Girl.
Sorry,
but I think it would encourage people to be like, oh, Enhance isn't that hard. Like, I can kind of just try. Like, I can try it.
Number 1 on your realm. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I think other guy stopped pushing.
She's top 40 in the US, and you think her number 1 is? I mean,
it's Proudmoore. It's a big one. It's not like nesting where there's literally 0 people on it.
Yeah, I know.
71.
It's just sweaty.
Yeah. But I think it would encourage people to try these specs and maybe even like advocate for them too. So that would be cool.
I fully, because then it would also dismantle the meta to a degree, because then it would be about like, just play what you want and be the best of that, and you get the title. I agree with you on that.
I don't think it should be the same title. It should be a different title, like, because I feel like it is a less prestigious thing, because obviously more people get it.
More thematic title,
or I guess not more people would get it. It'd be the same amount.
Don't get me wrong. You could argue that they're not doing as challenging content, but that's not.
Yeah, not doing as challenging content.
You're mastering your space as opposed to mastering.
Give them a title. More titles. How hard is it to program a fucking title in? They probably do it in one
difficulty
day.
comes from being creative and unique and fun, you know?
The fucking key guy. I don't know.
Says the girl
baby.
who hates tier sets because they're not enough thematic because they're so fucking challenging to come up with. Anyways.
Dude, the best title ever is Keymaster, and you'd think that comes from Mythic Plus, but it actually comes from that stupid tower in Dragonflight. That was awesome, and I loved it.
Okay.
Do you remember that tower with the keys?
All right.
Yes, I
Final
do remember
thoughts.
the tower.
Final thoughts.
Best
Final
title
thoughts.
ever. What final thoughts?
You said
Didn't I
you
say I
were
was
gonna
going to talk about
yes, you
something in
did.
final thought?
You were going to
I
tell us about your
forgot.
favorite Pokemon ROM or something like that.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so I've been in going through the world of like ROMs because, like, you know, the mainline. If you're disappointed with the newest
Explain what a
mainline
ROM is to
Pokemon
the Gen Alphas out there who may not know what it is.
It's like somebody's own Pokemon game basically, or they've added like quality of life changes or story changes or stuff to a Pokemon game.
They've taken the game
The-
from
Yeah.
a console.
Effectively a Pokemon game.
The cartridge, yeah.
So what I'm playing is like ones that are customized. So the one I'm playing right now is called Emerald Sea Glass, and it's an Emerald ROM, but it's in the style of like GSC, like Game Boy Color, so Gold, Silver, Crystal. And it has tons of quality of life updates, like a special physical split, and like your Pokemon walk behind you, and all kinds of items like Assault Vest and other evolutions available. But it's so pretty, and I really like it. I'm nuzlocking it, and it's awesome. It's super cool. So if you want to buy, I bought on eBay for like $30,
Is it
maybe
a handheld?
less. Yeah, it's just a ROM that
Oh.
goes right in my Game Boy.
Oh,
it
that's
it just
cool.
goes right into my Game Boy SP. Yeah, I've been
I thought
buying
you were
tons
playing it
of
on the
these.
computer.
No, I mean I play ROMs on the computer all
You
the
can
time.
play them on the computer.
My new obsession is buying these ROMs on cartridges and playing them on my actual Game Boy. So I've been enjoying that very much. And if you like old school Pokemon games, but you're like, dude, I've played Crystal like 100 times and it's like the quality of life sucks and I've just played it too many times. There's all kinds of cool ROMs. If you like Crystal, I recommend Fool's Gold. That's one of my favorite GSC ones. And also Crystal Clear is a really good one. I'm all in on this ROM thing. And I play games and I play ROMs. So like I'm kind of like on that high
maybe
tier
you can name this
I
title
don't
of the
think-
episode Scrap Plays Games.
I don't think you play
games.
games, man. I think you
Dude,
just
I
play
play
girl
games.
games.
Dude, I wish I had my Game Boy here. I didn't know we were gonna, but I'd show
You
you
just
my
play girl
Nuzlocke
games. It's
game.
fine.
Pokemon, I feel debatably you could call it.
I
a
thought you
game,
were
maybe.
playing the ROMs on your computer. I was like, God, it kind of takes like the magic away from Pokemon. But the fact that
No,
you
no,
get like a
I do
cartridge
play
is
them.
pretty,
No,
that's
I
pretty
have
wild.
it on a cartridge, and it's like sparkly, and it's
It's
That sounds
sparkly.
awesome. That
it's
sounds awesome.
perfect. It's so awesome. I'll show you a picture of it.
IO, anything?
Yeah, if you got the break coming up for a while where you're kind of at the point of the season where you're done pushing, Expedition 33 is a good game. You should check that out if you haven't. I think the new Silent Hill came out. I've heard that's pretty good. I'm thinking about trying that soon. Yeah, just take a break and play some good games, I guess.
I need a game that I can really sink my teeth into. Expedition 33 maybe,
Yeah.
but all right. Anyways,
Mm.
Lithian, anything you want to add?
Drink whiskey and be happy.
I owe you an apology, Lithian, because I feel like last week I wasn't really big on the remix thing and I gave it a hard time. I am thoroughly enjoying it now, even though I keep asking myself, why am I doing this? Because I've pretty much bought everything I want to buy that I can, at least in this window.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying
You're
it.
an addict. You're a dirty addict, and you just want your fix. You just want your wow
I get
fix.
to play.
however
I
you
get to play
get it.
enhancement again, which I've been enjoying, and not only that. Well, actually, I say that like I'm just like kind of walking through the raid with people who are super powerful and killing everything for me. But what I wanted to call out, which was surprising to me, because like the AP grinds of Legion and BFA, everyone has been starting to get more nostalgic for that grind. Not everyone, people have, right? And I thought, absolutely not. There's no like
No,
why,
fuck that.
right? But then I get into Legion Remix, and I've just been every day grinding the mythic raids to get my artifact power super high, right? So I can start doing things by myself and all that. And I'm like, well, what the hell? This is exactly the same thing. And I thought about it, and I was like, well, I think the idea is that I can say at a point where I'm no longer having fun with the grind to just say, okay, it's done. Who cares? No, no harm, no foul, and I'm done. Whereas with like the season or expansion long one, it's just like, oh god, if I fall behind, I'm screwed.
You gotta keep doing it. Yeah, the BFA.
But you're out there. You're out there doing world quests and.
Well, I want to make sure I get all the stuff you can buy for your housing stuff.
Is that what? Okay, yeah. I don't do the world. I don't like world quests that much.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure I'll come to a screeching halt once I get a lot of the achievements done for. I again, I don't even know why I'm worried about the knowledge one, the one that, you know, boosts your overall buffing. I'm gonna get to a point soon where it's like, fine, I can do anything I want by myself and I'll be okay. But there was a
just
point.
solo everything.
Well, so I went into the heroic tier, the harder world tier, and it was fine until I come across this one that has the affix where it summons additional demons to fight, and they were just fucking obliterating me. It was like, this mob's fine, this mob's fine, this mob's fine. Now you're fighting a raid boss, and it's like, what the fuck? But I've gotten past that point now with my artifact power that I'm not struggling with them anymore. But yeah, I have to do like 150 world quests to get something for the world, the housing. And you know, I've got that. You gave me that website. I've got that tracker. Just keep an eye on it. But again, the grind has been fun, and it's surprising that to me that way. I don't know if I'm gonna do the Sojourner quests, but I feel like I owe you an apology.
I've done them all.
You were right.
The Sojourner like rewards, is that like the end of the zone rewards?
It's the additional side quests. So you have the main story quest and the Sojourner quests.
You get something for every zone. You get like a mount or something. I feel like they're not as good as the Pandaria ones. Like I was kind of like,
so what they did this time is they have your artifact power, right? And you have
So
like exponential scale to how quickly you can earn things for it. And you right now there's 36 total unlocks, right? So 36 achievements that will give you a point. And Lithium, you're at like 36 out of 36 or something like that. 34 out of 36, whatever.
Whatever.
I'm at like 27 out of 36, right? And I could absolutely stop right now and be perfectly fine at getting anything I need going forward. But I've been kind of addicted to going like,
just the casual grind.
I'll do the, you know, I'll appreciate the fact that the Legion Sojourner quests are not that bad, right? Like it's like 4 different sets of quests where you can get them done in like 2 minutes, especially now that I'm super powerful.
Suramar sucks, but
I'm not gonna lie. WoW characters WoW people love grinds. Like you can say you don't love a grind, but you're playing in a fucking MMO.
Well, that's my point.
Like you
if
love
the
a grind, dude.
like again, like Corruption was a really good grind, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if the grind is good and it doesn't feel bad to fall behind, and I'm not even saying with catch-up mechanics, like because there's no catch-up mechanic for remix. It's just like I guess what that matters is like as long as there's nothing on the line for pride, like in the sense of I don't care about pushing plus 100 keys. I don't care about, you know, I'm able to get the mythic raids done even by being carried or whatever. It doesn't feel like a chore, instead feels like a game mechanic that's fun. Whereas if
maybe that's
in a
an important distinction where you
it is, but I'm saying
a
like
bit more in the season.
No, not like that.
No,
like,
okay.
No, because like in Legion, I didn't care about keeping up with the AP, but I still felt like whenever I log in, I'd be like, all right, I gotta go get it. Because it also didn't feel powerful to do it. Like you did all, let's say you did all your world quests and got all your AP. I didn't feel like I got 10% more powerful. I just felt like I got like 0.2% more powerful. And it didn't feel like it was worth it. Whereas this, it does. Corruption was the same kind of way.
Are you saying you like grinds when the juice is worth the squeeze?
Dude,
gosh.
some fucking orange juice.
So before everyone,
put on a shirt or a sticker or something.
Before everyone goes to bed, I have one final question. What's everyone's favorite horror movie? It's Halloween.
You're right. Paranormal Activity 1 is my favorite.
Oh, that's a good.
Movie.
That's a we can talk about that one.
I love horror movies and I watch a lot of them, and I'm very picky about which ones I like. And there's a lot that I like, but I just think Paranormal Activity 1, it's so clean. It's got such a good ramp up. Like it doesn't need a lot of flash to make you feel like very uncomfortable watching it. So that's my favorite.
That's a go in.
Okay, go on.
I mean, I grew up on like Friday the 13th and all that bullshit.
You don't like slashers.
So, I mean, that's what it was when I was growing up. So,
cool.
That's fine.
Cool. Go on, Io.
You can. Well, I was gonna say I'm not a big horror fan, so I don't really have one. I do remember Signs scaring the shit out of me because I when I was like that age.
Signs scared me when I was a kid too. I was young.
I was like terrified of the idea of aliens, right? Because my brother would like wind me up about it. Like I'd look up at the star and I'd see weather balloons that would take like 90-degree turns. He goes, "Yep, that's an alien," and I'd start freaking the fuck out.
Have you seen Fourth Kind, Frank?
No.
Oh, dude!
Again, I don't like horror movies. I just don't. I don't like the anxiety, even though I know. I'm not like scared. I'm just like anxious. It's like anyways.
Yeah.
I did like A Quiet Place though. I thought that was good. Anyways, sorry.
You just gotta have.
Signs was the one that scared the shit out of me, though.
Signs is a good one. Signs is scary. I feel like it doesn't get a lot of credit for being scary.
Although shit ending, but whatever.
That's funny.
I'm not showing shit.
I know it's a lot more. It's technically horror, but it's maybe less horror-y. But I like Get Out.
I love Get Out. Get Out's definitely horror. Yeah.
If I had to pick a more like traditional one, I would say probably the original Halloween was a good one too.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I like that one.
I don't tend to like slashers. I like more paranormal vibes. If I could recommend, probably the last good one I watched was a couple years ago, unfortunately, but Talk to Me. It's an Australian film.
Yeah.
It is really, really good. And again, it does a lot with not too much.
I'll check that out.
It's great. It's so good. And then another one I watched recently, The Barbarian, which we talked about.
Did you see Weapons?
I did not see it. I really want to.
Bummer. Yeah, you
like
should have to go in. Oh, it was really good.
Yeah, but I like a lot. I'm very picky with horror, but I do like it.
Are you guys gonna dress up as anything for Halloween?
No, dude, I'm gonna go to work and then come home and go to bed.
I don't have any plans, but I think if I would have had time, I would have been like John Cena. I would have got the jorts and like a shirt or something and a hat. I think that would have probably been it.
Darren got together this costume that's so obscure and none of his kids are gonna get it. He's Mose from The Office, Dwight's brother, or I don't know. I don't even remember the character I've seen in The Office. He's like, I have this great thing. I'm like, are the kids? Because my husband's a middle school teacher. I was like, are the kids gonna get it? He's like, no, it's for me. I was like, okay.
One final thing to put a bow on it. Well, my favorite esoteric Halloween costume I've seen is Penelope Taint from The Amanda Show. People
what? That's so good.
My daughter's making me dress up like Zed from the Disney movies, Zombies, because she wants to be.
I don't know that.
No, I feel like
it's a new Disney Channel thing.
It's like the new. I don't want to say it's as good as High School Musical, but it's like the new.
I love High School Musical.
Right?
I was a kid.
It's about a zombie and what it ends up being an alien girl, and anyways. She wants to be the new girl in the new movie, and I have to be Zed because I'm the only one. That's the only character I could probably possibly get away with being.
Okay, that's so cute. I'm so out on the new Disney Channel.
Well, my wife wants us to do a family. She's like obsessed with us being in a family costume.
I remember seeing the Monsters Inc. one.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
Wants to do a family costume, and you guys didn't do Fast and Furious. What the heck?
Because my 5-year-old, my 3-year-old, and my 1-year-old, I don't think would appreciate all being looking like Vin Diesel. All right, let's get out of here. Episode 62. That was another long one. You guys were worried. There it is.
Another long one, and we jumped into the variety a little bit. With,
we did.
Some other topics.
We did wander. Yeah. We did a little wander today.
I can't help myself.
If you want more wandering, throw it in the comments.
Well, if you don't, it's gonna happen no matter what. So.
I do want one more thing. We have a charity stream coming up November 15th. Okay, it'll be on our Twitch stream, MDL Frank, which is twitch.tv MDL Frank. November 15th. It'll be from midnight Friday night to midnight Saturday night. We will be doing the what the hell is it called? Extra Life, is that? Yeah, Extra Life Gaming.
Yeah.
Stream.
I'll be there.
And I will say that obviously if you can donate, I'll put a link in the description. But also, if you can't donate, I understand. But if you can do primes, I will match any prime donation, any prime that you do that day. I will match as a donation on your behalf too. So I would appreciate that if you guys can do it. Again,
we're gonna put Chain together. Frank promised me.
I did not promise you, and I don't even know if I'm
we're gonna play Peak and Minecraft.
New Peak content coming out November 5th.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
They teased it with having a guy standing on I think it's called Roots, and he's standing on a platform, and a spider just came up, picked him up, and took him away.
Oh my god, what a good time to play No More WoW. Like I'm gonna become a Peak player. Only.
Good night, everybody. That's episode 62. We'll see you later. Bye.
Have a good night.